Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. ESP, I knew you were here, Oak Squirrel. I knew. But all right, guys. Thanks for everyone for joining us today. We got Ravens versus Bengals, an AFC North divisional matchup. We're really excited for this game today. Sorry, I was just a little bit late running around doing my last minute preparations. Double checking that game audio is not coming through. I do not see mic audio pinging off of it, so I think we're good. You got John Harbaugh and Zach Taylor there having looks like a really nice discussion on the half field line. Of course, this week in fantasy football, we're taking on our boy K Hill, who's one of Joe from Seahawks Talks buddies that got into our league last minute. K Hill already taken a huge lead on me, guys, in this fantasy football league. On that Thursday night game, had his boy Kirk, who's making me look bad. So Thursday night, he threw up 37.56 points on me with his defense and Kirk Cousins. So your boy's starting pretty far behind already in fantasy, but we're going to try to make that up. Oak Squirrel says the Bang Gods. I kind of actually like that. It's kind of clever. But I still think you're going to lose. All right, guys, I'm going to slide off camera here for just a moment. Going to get properly medicated before our show starts, and then we're going to go over some of the inactives, some of the things, the big things to watch at. We're looking for, maybe we'll get some input and commentary in the chat here from our very loyal fan, Oak Squirrel. God, Oak Squirrel, appreciate you dropping in, man. But I'm going to slide off, take my dabs real quick, and then we're going to get started here with Baltimore versus Cincinnati for the begin. Basically, figure out who's coming on the AFC North top to start the RB. $70, mostly cloudy. Winds at south-southeast at 4 miles per hour in Cincinnati, Ohio today. Oh, they got AJ Green here for the game day preparations. I do love me some AJ Green. Who that? Who that? Who that say gonna beat them Bengals? We are, that's who. So Cincinnati wins the toss, elects who to first. So we're going to see Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore offense out here first. 'Devin Duvernay back here for the kick return. Evan McPherson, the kicker for the Bengals, getting ready to kick things off here. And the ball is away to start this game. Definitely going to be a touchback. So no chance for a return for Devin Duvernay there. Lamar Jackson coming out for his first drive of the game. Wow, Justice Hill going to get the start at running back today. That's huge news, guys. So 8-yard pickup to our CCU boy, Isaiah Likely. The Chanticleer from Coastal Carolina University getting the first catch of the game. You got to get that Isaiah Likely. Remember the name. So, of course, big story here today, guys. J.K. Dobbins out for the season. Left tackle Ronnie Stanley is going to miss this game, as well as Tyler Linderbaum, our all-star center. Second down, handoff going to Justice Hill off the right. Good move, and he's going to get the first down. Gain about 3 or 4 off the right tackle. First and 10, 4:15 and ticking. Baltimore with a good first down to start the game. So looking at injuries here, guys, for the Bengals, not a lot of huge injuries. Bengals are missing about 3 to 5 backups across the team here. While, of course, Baltimore is dealing with some serious starter injuries, which is definitely going to be something we're keeping an eye on here throughout the game. First and 10, Lamar in the shotgun. Pressure coming right. Makes a man miss. Buying time. Makes another man miss. Oh, Lamar making some magic happen. Takes what should have been 2 to 3 sacks in the backfield and ends up gaining 4 yards on the play. What a wonderful scramble by Lamar. And Oak Squirrel looks a little upset in the chat right now. So, of course, we mentioned earlier Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum, left tackle and center for the Ravens, out today due to injuries suffered in week 1. So we're going to see Patrick McCary starting at left tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, and Sam Mustipher, someone who made it out of the camp on and off, elevated today, getting the start. Second and 7. Lamar in shotgun. Swaps Justice Hill to the right side. Lamar looking left. Got him, man. Good catch. That's Odell Beckham Jr. on the left outside boundary. And that's going to bring up just short of a first down. Third and what looks like inches. Odell Beckham just with a quick out route there. Great coverage by the Cincinnati Bengals defender. That's going to be number 21 on the play. Check my roster here. That's Mike Hilton for the Bengals. And big third down coming here for the Ravens. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there on the left side. I think that was Patrick Ricard asking what his assignment was. It was Ricard in motion. Play action. Jackson got all the time in the world. Finds a man over the middle. And that's going to be Mark Andrews with his first reception of the 2023 season. For those that didn't watch last week, Mark Andrews missing week 1 with an injury. But really the surprise of the game right now, Justice Hill actually getting the start. And oh my gosh, the Bengals defenders just left Mark Andrews wide open in the middle of the field there after a minute. It looked like Pratt was in the coverage and drifted off of him. First and 10, just past the 50-yard line. Play action. Lamar might be looking deep here. Nope, got Mark Andrews short. And that's going to be gain of what looks like 7 yards. Baltimore's offense looking really just good. Just making short little throws, safe throws, good runs. Mark Andrews looks like he might have a cut on his right arm. Maybe a bad turf burn. The upper part of his right bicep. Oh, Oak Squirrel said he's been grinding Madden. Had you been playing Madden 24, Oak? I've seen so much crap. I've been so critical of Madden for years, but back to the game. 2nd and 3 here. Gus Edwards in the backfield. Lamar Jackson under center. And we're going to have a handoff to Gus Edwards. And there's my man, Gus the Boss, with a huge run up the middle. Brought down what looks like at the 23-yard line of the Bengals. Another first down. And, you know, we've been a huge Gus the Boss Edwards fan here on the, for years, even before we started the channel. Gus the Boss has never finished a season averaging under 5 yards a carry. You can stat check me on that. He is a monster. And the Cincinnati Bengals defense struggled last week with Nick Chubb in Cleveland. So we're looking to see some replication of that with Gus being, of course, not Nick Chubb, but similar style, power running. Good move there by Edwards, but probably should have just lowered his shoulder and got an extra yard or two. Gain of what looks like only a yard or two on the play. Refilled it recently, but I think it's good. I need a tissue. I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Oak Squirrel says, I don't have enough. I have Madden 23. I think that's free on EA Game Pass. But hold up, guys. We got a flag here on the play. Ooh, that's a defensive holding call. Automatic. First down. Let's go. That's going to be against Cam Taylor Britt of the Cincinnati Bengals, number 29. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, yeah, matched up against Zay Flowers and absolutely draped all over him for what looks like 10 yards. And then Zay still gets away from him after 10 yards. First and 10. Did Lamar just call gang gang? Was that the audible call? Did anyone else just hear that? Oh, a little toss play to Justice Hill on the right side. Pretty good blocking, and that's going to be a gain of what looks like 5 yards on the play. Todd Monken definitely getting this offense into rhythm. And that was actually going to be one of our pre-game mentions was, the Monken offense last game did pretty well, but it was the Texans, it just... So are we really looking to see, will we continue to see the evolution of Todd Monken's offense, especially with Mark Andrews coming back into the fold? I'm loving the combinations we're seeing right now. 2nd and 4. Handoff going left. Oh, good coverage, though, by the Bengals. And Justice Hill able to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 here in the red zone. Baltimore doing a good job, too, in the time of possession category. We are currently at 8:50 here in the first, so basically has burnt 6+ minutes off the clock at this point. Which, Joe Burrow struggling in week 1, that's exactly what I would like to do to keep him off his rhythm. Keep him on the sideline. You wanted to kick to us? Keep him on the sideline. 3rd and 3 here coming up for the Ravens. Zay Flowers in motion. Keep an eye on that. He's stacked underneath Mark Andrews in the formation. He's looking at him. Not there. Lamar coming back across the right, and that's Odell Beckham Jr. catching kind of like a late hit by Wilson, but Odell reaching for the end zone. There's kind of a scuffle starting, but the refs, in my opinion, they needed to call there was no whistle. I didn't hear a whistle. But, Lamar looking left, scrambles right, and finds Odell just sitting down in the zone. Yeah, Odell definitely down. Wilson on top of him. Odell's knee down, but the refs doing a poor job of not calling the play dead there, allowing it to kind of get a little chippy. 1st and goal. That's going to be a handoff. Justice Hill, and met at the line of scrimmage. Great push by the defensive tackles of the Bengals there, and no gain. 2nd and goal. Baltimore tried to catch him slipping on an inside zone real quick. Kind of picking up the pace of the offense a little bit. We're getting a shot of Todd Monken up here in the booth calling his plays down. 7:20 now ticking on the clock here. Baltimore again dominating time of possession. 7 rushes and 5 passes so far in this drive. Gus Edwards in the game, and he's just going to carry the linebackers of the Bengals into the end zone. Baltimore, first touchdown of the game. And again, guys, y'all don't know me, but I have been banging for Gus the Bus Edwards. Even when we had Mark Ingram, don't get me wrong, I loved Mark Ingram, but Gus just ain't been given the shot he should have been given over the years. I love this guy. I hope he's got the chain today. And barring the extra point from Justin Automatic Tucker, let me give my Gus the Bus. And Tucker, of course, is good. And with that, guys, Baltimore able to take a lot of time off the clock here and come away with the points. Baltimore leading 7-0 in this game now. Let's get some Poe action going on here in the stream. Oh, we got to fix our quarter. Sorry, I just noticed my quarter wrong. I have to update those myself. For anyone joining us today, thanks for joining us. Let me know, you part of Raven Flock? Who's your team? Are you part of Houday Nation? We're going to jump here on the NFL. Check our scores across the league. See if we can see what is going on. Of course, Oak Squirrel's in our chat today. Um, so Packers Falcons still in the first quarter, 12:30. So I'm guessing a lot of incomplete passes going on that game, 0-0. Raiders have the early lead over the Bills in that matchup, 7-0. Seahawks taking on the Lions today. Lions looking to continue their magic after the win over Kansas City. However, 7 minutes into that game, still 0-0, so throwing a good game. Texans, after coming off the loss to the Ravens, taking on the Colts, where the Colts are already up 7-0 on the Texans. Big game to watch today. Chiefs taking on the Jaguars, I believe, in Jacksonville. Unconfirmed reports, Taylor Swift showing up with the team to the game. Is Taylor Swift going to be Travis Kelce's curse? Please not. I got him in fantasy. We're looking for some points in that game, even though it's 0-0 currently. And round out our final two games, we got Bears and Buccaneers. Buccaneers got an early lead, 3-0. And Titans-Chargers, 0-0 in that game with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. So not a lot of points scoring in this week, but Colts with an early touchdown and Raiders apparently with an early touchdown. So things to keep eyes on. How is everyone's fantasy football league doing? Let me know in the chat, guys. Lamar handing that ball off did not give me many points, and Travis Kelce apparently ain't done nothing yet. I'm not looking too good right now. I need my Ravens defense to pick off Joe Burrow. And, of course, Tucker going to knock this through the back of the end zone. And we're going to see Joe Burrow coming back out. And, of course, everyone knows. I don't think anyone that watches football don't know what happened in Cleveland. There it is. 45% completion, 82 total yards, 2.6 yards per attempt from Joe Burrow last week in Cleveland. He got wrecked after signing a record-breaking contract. 1st and 10 for the Bengals here today. Clowney on the left. We got a screen pass going right. I'm sorry, that was Clowney on the right. And Clowney overran that screenplay. Got to be a little more cautious, that Clowney. Of course, pass protection for Joe Burrow was horrible last week. Joe took 10 hits and had a 36.4 pressure rating in that game against the Bengals. The Ravens able to put out a similar pressure percentage against the Texans O-line last week, looking to produce kind of the same numbers. Mike McDonald has a pretty good track record against Joe Burrow, and that's going to be Joe Mixon with a little bit of a late handoff up the middle and first down, but we got a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. And Hamilton's pointing back at the Bengals. Might be a holding call. Hey, what up, Penguin? Hey, no worry, Penguin. I appreciate you even dropping in. Go, Pack, go. I'm about to say, I was just looking at who y'all were playing. Yeah, Packers taking on Falcons. Need y'all do something. And that's going to be a holding call against Alex Kappa, the right guard. And the Ravens, we saw it last week. The Texans had to hold some of our guys to prevent some sacks. And there's another one right there. Not for a sack, but for a run stop. A little bit of A-gap pressure showing by Baltimore here. Will they bring it? They do. And Joe Burrow, throws a slant to Tyler Boyd, who gets hit high-low. Just huge hit, but somehow able to hold on to that ball. Ooh, let's watch that replay. Yeah, he jumped, and Geno Stone, the safety, basically kind of taking his legs. Kyle Hamilton coming from behind. Or Darius Washington, I'm sorry, trying to rip the ball out. Pretty good coverage. Of course, one of the big stories today, guys, is Baltimore's secondary missing quite a few players. Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey, Arthur Mollett. And, of course, we lost to Marion Pepe Williams in the preseason to IR. 3rd and 8 here. Baltimore looks like they're bringing pressure, brings a stunt, ball going deep, and Darius Washington looks like he's a step late to the coverage, and that looks like it might be a catch. The refs are consulting. Baltimore players are pleading that he's out of bounds, and refs change the call, say it's incomplete, that he's out of bounds. Let's watch the replay, guys. Oh, that's a good call. Darius gets a little push on him after he catches it. Forces the second foot, looks like, to come down out of bounds. Let's watch it again. No, it doesn't look like it. Irv Smith Jr., the tight end for the Bengals, on a potentially great catch, but it doesn't look like he touches. Oh, that's going to be a close one. Gut-wrencher for Houday Nation. And punt team comes out here. Devin Duvernay back deep for the Ravens. But of course, like we say, Baltimore's without a lot of these guys. Darius Washington's a safety. Looks like they got him playing out on the outside corner position today a little bit here and there. And Baltimore's pass rush doing pretty decent this year. Duvernay with a fair catch. So I want to talk a little bit about this pass rush for the Baltimore Ravens, guys, because I was a little excited about it last year. I got disappointed. So we already talked about a lot in week 1. Odafe Oweh and David Ojabo. David Ojabo, of course, was a potential top 15 pick before he tore his Achilles at his pro day. Baltimore scooped him in the second round, reunited him with his defensive coordinator from college. And for those that don't know, David Ojabo and Odafe Oweh, I believe both came from Nigeria, went to the same prep school in New Jersey. They were roommates, so having them together as the bookend rushers for Baltimore is like fantasy story. So we have Broderick Washington, a kind of an unknown name outside of Baltimore, but he got his contract extension. Young man got paid this year because we're excited about him. Of course, a lot of people, some analysts last year picked Justin Madubuike to be the breakout star for the Ravens, and he kind of was. And Madubuike continuing to have a great season. Brent Urban, one of my old favorites, coming back, taking that role of what Derek Wolfe used to do, kind of. Not that he ever played many games for Baltimore. But just a consistent, reliable veteran. And then, of course, we have the young Travis Jones from Connecticut that Baltimore took, a great bull rusher. And then we added depth. We brought in Jadeveon Clowney, who is actually, in week 1, already showing a great return on investment. We have the reliable Tyus Bowser. He usually averages approximately 6 sacks a season, 4 to 6 sacks, but also great in pass coverage. And of course, when we brought in Roquan Smith last year with Patrick Queen, the blitz potential from the outside is just... And Mike McDonald does a great job of bringing secondary blitzers and getting good sacks with them. As we saw, Baltimore, I think, had 5 sacks last week with either 4 or 5 different players coming up with the sacks. So really spreads it out. And we saw the Bengals are having a hard time protecting Joe Burrow. And last week with 10 hits, 36.4 pressure rate, Joe Burrow struggled. To look on the Baltimore side of that, Baltimore last week had 5 sacks with a 37.5% pressure rate. Mind you, by the way, Lamar was facing a 42.3% under pressure rate, 8th best, I think, in the NFL for week 1. Will Anderson was having his way with Kevin Zeitler. That was not pretty for Baltimore fans. And I'm a huge Zeitler fan, but all the props to Will Anderson Jr. The young man's a monster, and he's got a future. He can line up inside, outside. But we're back to the action, guys. Lamar coming out for his second offensive possession of the game. 5:16 on the clock here. Lamar taking over at about the 33. Quick pass left, got Odell, and that's going to be a first down. And we were going to talk about this, guys. We've got our notes right here, pregame talking points and roster numbers. And we wanted to talk about last week, Odell Beckham only saw, I believe, 3 targets, already got 3 catches today. How much is Bateman going to be involved? How much? Just because, again, we talked about a little bit, there's a lot of mouths to feed in this offense now. But we're seeing a good job by Todd Monken really spreading this around. 1st and 10 coming up here. That's going to be a handoff going left. Justice Hill makes a man miss. Great block on the outside by Zay Flowers, and Justice Hill showing that speed why he's been in Baltimore for quite some time, even though a lot of people don't really know his name. We've still got a great punch here in the speed and shiftiness of Justice Hill, the power of Gus Edwards. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, when Keaton Mitchell comes back, Baltimore running backs going to eat. Play action here. Lamar got like a little, just like, not a screen, but it was just such a gimme easy throw to Bateman. And that's going to be a first down, little catch of 3 yards. We got an update, guys. Oh, what a run. Wait, yep. Good run by the Buffaloes. Tied up in the Vegas Buffalo game, 7-7. That's Latavius Murray getting the carry at the goal line there. Excuse me. 3:40 and ticking here in the first. Baltimore on the Cincinnati side of the field at this point. Going to be a play action. Lamar looks like he's looking deep, going deep, and he's got him! Aguilar had pretty good position on the defensive backs of Cincinnati, but Lamar just overthrows a little bit. Great play design. And Todd Monken looking really comfortable right now calling these plays for Baltimore. 3:29 on the clock. Lamar 7 of 8 for 55 yards to start the game. And 2nd and 10. It just looked like, guys, if I'm going to be honest with you, it just looked like Todd Monken is probing the Cincinnati defense. Where do I go late in the game? Because he's going everywhere right now. He's testing, and I love it. Lamar Jackson got some time and got a man. Great catch on the play. That's going to be Devin Duvernay. I mean, defensive back for Cincinnati, Hilton draped all over him on the play. And I mean, just Duvernay showing the sure hands that he has always been known for going back to college. Oh, that, guys, watching the replay, that might not be a catch. They might want to hurry up. That ball looks like it kind of bounces off the ground and helps him maintain possession. And I think we got a challenge flag here by Taylor. Yep, Cincinnati officially challenging the catch on the play. I'm going to be real with you as a Raven fan. I would love a catch, but that's not a catch. I thought Duvernay had it. For anyone and everyone joining us today, thank you for joining us here on Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, Levi, whatever you want to call me. Of course, we're covering Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me know, you part of Ravens flock? Are you part of Houday Nation? Give me some tips, man. What can I improve on my channel? What do you want to hear? And my big question to everyone, how is your fantasy football team doing? I need Lamar to get me some touchdowns because I'm going to be honest. Now, don't be wrong. I already picked up Gus Edwards in my fantasy league. He's already on the roster. You know what I'm saying? God. And I'm so mad right now. I didn't start Gus Edwards, and I meant to switch him out. And I didn't because I was trying to get the stream and podcast ready today. And, of course, he's already got me 8 points, and he's on my bench. And I want to cry. But Lamar only got me 2.5 points. I am down. And on the projection, down about 20 points. So, cry, guys, cry. Let's real quick, though. We're going to check these scores across the NFL while we're on a commercial break. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I hope you stick around until we get back to the action. So, still looking at a tied game down there, Packers-Falcons. I'm sure my boy Penguin Goats from chat is crying, who's our resident Packers fan. As we mentioned earlier, Raiders-Bills still all tied up. Seahawks and Lions got a game started there, 7-7. Colts, though, pulling away on the Texans, 14-0, still in the first quarter of that game. Travis Kelce, bro, stop worrying about Taylor Swift and start worrying about scoring for Mahomes and catching some balls. Chiefs-Jaguars still tied 0-0 down there in Jacksonville. Bears finally scored a touchdown, up 7-3 on the Buccaneers. And Chargers-Titans got a low-scoring game, 2:37 left in the first. Chargers up 3-0 on the Titans. Let me know, guys, who you think's gonna win this game. You know my pick. But fun facts: Mike McDonald in his last 3 attempts, games played against Joe Burrow limited him to 217, 215, and I believe 209 yards in those 3 games. So holds him to sub 300 with a record-breaking contract quarterback. You would hope that you could keep him sub 300. I think that's a great sign. And yep, we have it official, guys. That is ruled a no catch by Devin Duvernay. So bring it on back, Baltimore. That's going to be what? 3rd down? Yep, 3rd and 10 coming up here. Bengals Stadium getting a little loud. Watch right. We got trips right. Mark Andrews lined up, flexed off the line of scrimmage. And Lamar looking right and, looking for Zay Flowers on just like a little go route. Just go and fading to the sideline a little bit and just a step over Zay. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oof. Just a little too far for Zay. Zay had his man beat. That's unfortunate. And Lamar looks quite upset on the sideline. We got Justin Tucker coming out, though. Ooh, they're talking about in pregame, he hit one from 65 here. We've got a 59-yard attempt coming from Justin Tucker. Ball is up, pulling right. Oh, no. It's no good. Tucker misses from 59 yards out. And Cincinnati actually going to get some good field position coming back out for Joe Burrow's 2nd attempt. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Baltimore fans. I was hoping to throw up a Justin Tucker singing gif. And he did not give me the reason to. And guys, apologize we don't have some gifts for some players yet. Case in point, the last time I checked for Clowney, they hadn't updated any Clowney gifts in his Ravens jersey. Just like Roquan, it was kind of hard to find. So we're waiting a few weeks till they make it. Of course, Roquan tied, I believe, what was it, 2nd or 3rd? I'm sorry, no. Roquan tied 5th in the league for tackles. Had a monstrous game last week against the Texans with 16. So Cincinnati's going to get the ball back basically at their own 49-yard line. So half field. Handoff looks like going left and nowhere on the play. That's going to be Travis Jones. Absolutely blowing his blocker up on the play. The young man from the University of Connecticut. Hey, we got Payo time in the chat. Our Canadian Rams fan. Yeah, Tucker missed Payo from 59 wide right. If you don't know, guys, Payo is a streamer for the Rams. He's from Canada. He's a really great dude. He's given me some advice on my channel as well. So definitely like, subscribe, and check out his shout out there. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Joe Burrow. Empty backfield. Screen pass going right, and that's going to be great coverage on the play. Geno Stone coming up from the safety position to meet Jamar in the backfield and make a great open field tackle one-on-one. And CJ Stroud finally gets a touchdown in that game. Update in the Colts-Texans game. Colts still lead, though, 14-7. What looks like 3:14 in the first. 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Bengals. Anytime, my guy, Payo. Anytime. Trips right for the Bengals. Keep an eye on that, guys. Off coverage by the Ravens. Pressure looks like it's coming. Baltimore only brings 4. Burrow having to give a little outlet pass to Mixon, and great tackle again. That's Patrick Queen chasing him down from the backfield, and it sounds like we got the Boo Birds out in Joe Brown Stadium out here in Cincinnati. They are not happy. That's Michael Pierce and Justin Madubuike with a nice little man. And that's Williams, I'm sorry. Jamal Williams for the Bengals halfback. But Patrick Queen with a great tackle. Roquan right there as well. And punt team coming out. 2nd straight 3rd and out for the Bengals. Duvernay back. Looks like it's going to be a fair catch. Had some room to return it, but Baltimore going to get this started at what looks like the 11-yard line with approximately 1 minute left in the first quarter. And Joe Burrow is frustrated, guys. And Mike McDonald continuing to show good coverages against Joe Burrow, good stunts at the line of scrimmage. Just, man, I hope someone don't steal Mike McDonald because I think he's a good defensive coach. He's young, he shows adaptability, he shows good coaching. Our defensive staff is one of the best I think we've seen in a while. We were somehow able to bring in a guy who runs pass rush camps for NFL stars to be one of our internal guys, which I think has been a huge development. And David Ajabo, just all of our guys, pass rush setup moves, and just their overall repertoire. And one of the things that he stressed is, guys, stop worrying about developing this full set right now. Until you have one thing you are known for, that someone has to game plan for. Like, hey, man, this guy's rip move, or his bull rush into rip is just almost unstoppable. You've always got to watch for. Until you develop that move, there ain't much point in developing the counter moving. You know what I'm saying? So until you're really good at one thing, don't worry about it. Like, you'll still do like little practice here and there. You've built that muscle memory up your entire life. But let's focus on being good at one thing first before we're good at everything. And I think that's a wonderful approach to take, and I think we should see that cut down even at the lower levels of coaching. Um, but the real story here today, guys, for the Baltimore offense is, can we keep Lamar Jackson clean? I think Todd Monken has done a really good job so far in the play calling designs, because of course we're missing Ronnie Stanley, but of course Patrick McCary is basically a starting left tackle. Sam Mustipher coming over, taking over for Tyler Linderbaum, of course, out as well. Definitely was one of my biggest concerns, but Mustipher played so well in the preseason that honestly, you know, not terrible worry. Is just if you can game plan. I really expected Joe Burrow and the Bengals to take advantage of the Baltimore secondary. So again, Baltimore missing their number one corner, Marlon Humphrey. Baltimore missing Demarion Pepe Williams, who's on IR, was expected to probably be the starting slot corner. Baltimore's missing Marcus Williams, their starting free safety, who has been outstanding with Kyle Williams. Baltimore missing Arthur Mollett, who they had a lot of hope for, and they're hoping to bring him back slowly. Just pile it on, you know what I'm saying? But Lamar Jackson, we're back here to the game action. 1st and 10. Play clock almost about to run out. Gets the handoff, though. That's going to be Gus up the middle, and that's the running I like to see. Head down, gain a couple extra yards. Well, it looks like a gain of maybe 4 or 5 on the play. And that's what we love. They're talking about here, guys, and if you were watching, you saw Lamar Jackson actually, because we almost ran out of time on the clock, Lamar Jackson was checking out of the play, moving it to that run, and the run was a great run, a run of 5 yards. Anything over 3 yards keeps your offense on pace, in my opinion. We got a handoff jet sweep kind of going Devin Duvernay off the right side, and looks like a gain maybe 1 to 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and short. And again, that's what we're talking about, guys. Keeping your offense in rhythm. I like offenses. There's two. You're either going to... You should be able to run for at least 3 yards on 2 plays per 3 downs. If that happens, you will always end up in at least a 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 3. That's so manageable. And again, if you're ending up in a 3rd and 3, you've been averaging at least 3 yards per run, meaning you can technically run the ball and get the 1st down again as well. But with that, guys, Baltimore's going to let the time expire. That's going to be at the end of the 1st quarter. Quick commercial break. And I'm sorry, guys. Commercial breaks suck. My viewing of the game doesn't even have normal commercials. So I'm left trying to fill where I don't have an active chat, where I would love to have an active chat because I like to talk. And everyone and their mom that knows me knows that. But again, let's give a shout out to love. I got 9 to 10 viewers here today right now. Thank you everyone for coming in, viewing us here on Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, Levi, whatever you want to call me. I am Gonna be controversial here. Say I'm your number one Baltimore Raven fan. Maybe sometimes the most controversial, but I like to keep it rational here. How's your fantasy football team doing? I need Lamar to Zay Flowers deep because I got Zay Flowers and Lamar on my team. It's like a fantasy taboo to do that, but you know, God, I'm so angry. I forgot to switch Gus. For those that don't know, too, I got a little friendly bet going with Payo. Not looking good for me. We have a bet going on the Colts running back situation. I'm betting on Evan Hull. He's betting on, I think it's Jackson. I believe is his name. Of course, Evan Hull headed to the short-term IR, so going to miss like a few weeks. But I like what I saw. And I'm going to stick by that young man and my pre-draft coverage of him. Let me plug this real quick, guys, while I got everyone in here. If you have not watched a lot of my channel and been around, I love the draft. Back in 2008, I was a high school senior going to Disneyland. I left Disneyland Park to go back to my hotel to watch the 2008 NFL draft. And of course, I know we took Joe Flacco and Ray Rice. So I was stoked. I was so excited. I've just always loved the draft. So we did a lot of draft coverage live in my live specials. If you go into my live section, you can go find it. As well as, of course, I did a pre-draft special where I covered 5+ positions at every position group, offense and defense. It's broken down into 2 videos, offense and defense, where we were looking at guys who were not going to be first-round picks other than Campbell, the linebacker out of Iowa, who went to Detroit. We covered him because he was a favorite of one of our fans and our co-creators, collaborators. But we'll get back to that. Back to the game, 3rd and 3, big third down coming up here for Baltimore. Jackson got good time, but getting pressured late, and oh no! That's a fumble! Lost and recovered by the Bengals, but there's a flag late, but I'm guessing it's going to be a hold by one of the offensive linemen of Baltimore, and we're waiting for clarification, but that is another fumble lost by Lamar Jackson. Take away his ex-superstar big trust, no fumble, because he's looking Madden-ish right now. I swear, when I play Lamar Madden, he fumbles all the time. So we're waiting for the NFL refs' explanation, though. They're kind of... Guys, illegal hands to the face. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I was immediately like, oh, it's not holding on Baltimore's O-line. It's illegal hands to his face. But it was on the Bengals. Yep. The defensive tackle all got his hands on the face mask of Simpson, the left guard of the Ravens. And that's going to be an automatic first down for the Ravens. Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. The fumble negated on the penalty. Baltimore retaining. Baltimore might have just got saved, guys, a little bit right there. Wow. That would have been a turnover in the red zone. Basically handing the Bengals a red zone possession. And the illegal hands to the face call on the defensive lineman of the Bengals negates the fumble and saves Baltimore. And the Boo Birds are out in the Bengals Stadium. Probably for the rest this time, though. Not the Bengals. 1st and 10 coming up here for Baltimore. Oh! Run up the middle by Justice Hill and absolutely destroyed by Wilson, the linebacker there of the Bengals. Real quick update, by the way. Nico Collins with the receiving touchdown for Houston down in Indianapolis. Both Indianapolis touchdowns coming from Anthony Richardson rushing. And they're covering right now, guys, the amount of Lamar Jackson fumbles. Not looking too good. Hey, DJ Moore, my receiver in fantasy, 2 catches, 64 yards right now, with only 2 minutes gone out of that second quarter. My boy DJ Moore putting on a show out there in Chicago. Of course, we took DJ Moore in our fantasy league this year. And give me one sec, my stream where I'm watching the game just froze over, so I've got to refresh that. Oh my god. Play. Hey, Chimera, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Chimera is one of our resident Bills fans. 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, short pass, and for Mark Andrews, incomplete, and he's looking at the refs, hands up, going, where is my flag? I'll be honest, guys. I think it was a pretty clean play. Let's watch. Clean, clean, clean. I mean, the Bengals defender is there slightly early, but I don't know. He's definitely got one of Mark Andrews' arms kind of held back there, but bang, bang play. Hard to call. Jordan Stout, the punter for the Ravens, coming out. That's a little sad. That breaks my heart, to be honest with you. Oh, Ioseva. Oh, no! We got a flag, but the Bengals returner is streaking down the left sideline. That's Jones, number 15, and barring a penalty, that is a punt return for the Bengals for a touchdown. And the refs are getting together again. Is Baltimore about to be saved by another penalty? Oh my God. Davis Gathers, Bengals players, looks like he's pleading his case to the refs, so it might be against the Bengals. Zach Taylor looks a little upset, so... Oh, is it against the Bengals? Oh, Bengal fans are getting really loud right now. I'm expecting this call to be against the Bengals. The refs just called there is no foul on the play. The result of the play is a touchdown. Let's watch the replay. Let's see what they're looking at. Yeah, he didn't extend his hands. He just kind of ran into him a little bit. They call no penalty, and God, barring the extra point, which it's good, we've got a tie game here in Cincinnati, 7-7 after a couple weird plays, but a punt return, number 15 on the play. A great seal by Iosevas, or the rookie out of Princeton, who we covered in our pre-draft special, by the way. Let me update the score real quick, guys, so I don't get yelled at by Bengal fans. And with that, we're all tied, all 7-7. Chimera says in chat, RIP to Levi's penalty. Oh, I thought we got saved again. We already got saved on the fumble once. I really think the refs were like, guys, we already screwed up the illegal hands to the face call. We can't do this. The fans will start throwing stuff at us because they're already booing the crap out of them refs. But again, shout out, guys, to anyone that's joining us and now. Make sure you check out after the stream. We did a pre-draft special on offense and defense where we covered a lot of these guys. And I was looking at the rookie grades across the NFL on NFL earlier this morning, and a lot of the names that I covered in my pre-draft special had some pretty good grades. Not everybody, but the goal of my pre-draft special is to hopefully maybe show or prove that with the very, very, very tiny limited amount of time I have that I'm not getting paid for, that maybe I have a small amount of scouting potential. And of course, we've talked about a little bit on the channel, the dream job I feel like for me, if I had to work for someone and not be an entrepreneur, I would love to be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. They used to have what's called the 30 for 30 club. 30 scouts paid $30,000. Of course, it's been updated a little bit over the years, and I've contacted Baltimore Ravens um, employment, through their webpage and everything, and submitted my resume even at one point because like I said, it's just kind of hard to, I feel like, get into the game, and we're headed for a sports management degree now as we speak. Oh, Squirrel dropping in the chat, our Bengals fan who's here to talk a little bit of smack. Touchdown. Oak, what can I say? One of the guys I covered in my pre-draft special who might replace one of your wide receivers next year when he leaves. Had a great special teams play. What can I say? It's one of those ones where I'm like, I want to be upset, but it's a guy that I was rooting for that I kind of wanted the Ravens to take. And it's a kick in the balls with a shake of the hand. Can we make that a saying? A kick of the balls, shake of the hand. Because it hurt, but I also got respect out of it. And we've got Evan McPherson coming out here for the kickoff. We're guessing this goes through the back of the end zone, and it does. And Lamar coming out here, gotta hold on to the ball. Lamar Jackson has dropped way too many of these. And that's a gut wrencher for Baltimore Raven fans, Raven Flock Nation here. Defense is playing outstanding and then gives up a special teams play. Like, we're keeping Joe Burrow under control. We're keeping this game under control, and then you let a punt. Got to play better on the gunner side. I want to go back and look who the gunner was for the Ravens on that. Lamar Jackson here, shotgun set, got some good time, finds a man over the middle, and that's going to be Nelson Agholor getting involved in the game for a first down catch, 1st and 10. So 10-yard catch. Lamar got some pretty good time, and Agholor showing solid hands, taking a good hit as he catches the ball. Of course, we got our Charm City Football Cup sipping on some Crown and Coke today for the game. And we've got number 33. That's Nick Scott, the safety for the Bengals. Looks like he's a little shooken up after tackling Nelson Agholor on the play. Coming out in his 5th year out of Penn State for the Bengals. 1st and 10, 12:50 and ticking here for the Baltimore offense. That's Isaiah Likely, the CCU rookie, in motion, and a little screenplay and intended for Duvernay, but the ball off the mark and incomplete. Duvernay looks like he would have had a solid lane to run if the ball would have been on point, but Lamar just put it a little too far ahead of him. I'll be honest, though, Duvernay could have made a little bit more move for that ball, but, whatever. The big story of today, though, Baltimore dominating time of possession, 12:57 compared to the 4 minutes of the Cincinnati Bengals. And, of course, 10 first downs for Baltimore, 0 for Cincinnati's offense today. Play action. Lamar got some time, finding a man across the middle. That's going to be Rashad Bateman. It looks like a gain of 8 yards on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 2 on the play, and 12:30 and ticking. They're going to say 3rd and 1 on the play. Good throw across this middle. Bateman on what looks like a drag play, and quick snap. Going to be a toss to the right side by Justice Hill. Good job lowering the shoulder and able to gain what looks like 2 yards on the play, getting the first down. And Baltimore just... The lesson for Baltimore right now, guys, if you're watching, is don't stress. They scored points, but it's not going to happen again, right? They're not going to get another punt return on us. Don't worry. Keep playing your game. Don't worry about it. Control this clock. Baltimore also dominating yards, 130 yards offense compared to Cincinnati's 14. Play action. Lamar looked a little confused on the handoff, but Justice Hill's got it, and the Bengals player trying to strip the ball and almost loses Justice Hill, and Justice Hill makes a great run off the left, 9 yards, and Justice Hill tapping the chest saying, "My bad, Lamar, that's my fault." I think the run was supposed to go one way. Justice Hill kind of started going the other way, and good recovery. And for people that outside of Baltimore might not know Justice Hill that well. Justice Hill has been on our roster forever. He's always made the roster because he's had great bursts. He's good catching out of the backfield. He's been solid in pass protection. It's just he's been buried because Gus is just as good. Oh, little screen pass to Zay. Makes two-man miss. Got a little bit of room and running down the right sideline. And what goes from a 2nd and 2 gains what looks like maybe 10 yards on the play. And that's going to be Hill. Makes a play, tries to get it, and one man misses on Zay Flowers, just whiffs on him. And look at Zay. Zay's laughing at him on the sideline after he makes the catch. Guys, Zay was literally laughing. Lamar Jackson finding what looks like Rashad Bateman on the right side. Man, just destroying these Bengals right now in the short passing game. And that's a gain of what looks like 7 on the play. Bringing up what looks like 2nd and 3. Yes, it is. That's 3 catches for 18 yards for Rashad Bateman, getting him a little more involved than he was last week, where we saw a majority of the receptions and targets go to Zay Flowers. I think he had 10 targets last week for 9 catches. 2nd and 3 from Cincinnati's 27. Lamar going deep off the right, and that should be a flag. And wow, no flag on the play. Odell Beckham Jr., the target. Taylor Britt in coverage for the Bengals. And 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Ravens. Gus Edwards chucking out. Looks like Justice Hill checking in. And this is something we talked about, guys, in the preseason a little bit. This is the most talented Baltimore receiver room we have ever seen in my span of being a fan. 3rd and 3, Zay Flowers in motion. Going to be a little toss play left. And Justice Hill not going to get there. Only a gain of what looks like maybe a yard. Bringing up maybe 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. And field goal unit is coming out for Baltimore. Oh, he is shaking his head. I think Lamar's telling him he wants to go for it. I think John Harbaugh is telling him, no, we are taking the points. We are not doing this year. And I am 100% for right now, taking the points. Justin Tucker coming out, 44-yard attempt on the way. We're queuing up the Tucker meme, or Tucker gif. Get ready, guys. And Tucker down the middle, like we like to see. And Baltimore takes the lead. 10-7 here with 9:15 left in the second quarter. Joe Burrow and the Bengals looking tragic right now. I mean, again, every sports fan, anyone that knows football has been talking this. Guys, we just made Joe Burrow the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and he is flopping. And there really is no reason for it. His offensive line hasn't got worse. His wide receiver room hasn't got worse. Nothing has changed other than Hayden Hurst is not in that offense anymore, really. It's just, I don't even know what to do for him. Going back to our chat real quick here, Chimera says, last week was certain at kicking the balls. It was, Chimera. I felt for you, man. And then how the F did we lose to Zach Wilson? Because that Jet team pretty good, despite Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Oak Squirrel says, kick return is God. Oak Squirrel, you better not have your game better not be ahead of mine, and you be telling me something. We gonna throw hands. I know you a Bengals fan, but we gonna have to throw hands, Oak. But thank you everyone for joining us today here on Darwin's Raven. You can call me Darwin, Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, Levi, dumbass, fuckface, whatever. I don't care. You can call me whatever. It don't bother me. You can call me bald. Don't bother me. But I appreciate everyone for joining us. Hit that like button if you're here on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. And again, if there's ever anything that you want to discuss, you want to talk about fantasy football, let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know. I'm always looking to try to improve my channel and produce a better product for y'all. And of course, we're always looking to do any type of collaborations. We've just got a really busy school schedule, and I'm trying to start some other businesses. But we're trying. We're really trying, guys. I'm just getting dominated by calculus, accounting, and business law, basically, in classes right now. And as well as we've talked a little bit, I'm enrolled in an entrepreneurship competition right now. I'm competing for up to $10,000 in funding, which would be a great start to one of my business ideas. But kickoff here by Tucker and going back through the back of the end zone. I'm not going to lie, guys. Oak Squirrel said in chat, kick return is God. And he had me slightly worried that his viewing experience was ahead of mine and that I had something to worry about there. So, actual sigh of relief as we get back here to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense coming out here. Come on, man. I'm looking for some sacks. Sack Daddy, where you at? I'm looking for some terrible O's. Odoff. Wait. Ojabo. Joe Burrow looking short. Oh, batted down at the line of scrimmage. David Ojabo. And Brent Urban looks like he's got it. And yes, Brent Urban, one of my favorite veterans, left us for a while. 6'7" defensive end, defensive tackle, and always was good at batting down the line of scrimmage. Actually, and again, I love the draft guys. Actually hit him dead in the face. It was kind of hilarious. But good job at timing the jump. Brent Urban actually tied, I think, in college for the most passes batted down at the line of scrimmage, previously held by J.J. Watt, which is why the Ravens drafted him, I believe, in the 4th round when we took him. 2nd and 10, Joe Burrow looking left, deep in. Oh, we got multiple flags thrown. That's Brandon Stevens in the coverage. And that's definitely going to be either PI, holding, contact, something on the defense. And this is something, guys, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen it this more. Baltimore is down a lot of defensive backs in this game, and I expected them to really come out here and try to take advantage of that, and just haven't seen it. So 9:07 here on the clock in the second. 1st and 10 after the penalty for Joe Burrow and the Bengals at their own 41-yard line. That's going to be a handoff left. Big gap. Turn in the corner, and Brandon Stevens forces him out of bounds. That's going to be number 28 for the Bengals. I'm sorry, I don't have the number. Is that Mixon? Yeah, that should be Mixon. Yeah, it's Mixon. That's going to be a big gain, bringing them into Ravens territory. 8:45 and ticking. Yo, Oak Squirrel just said in his chat, Lamar is not a good scrambler. All right, it's an official, guys. Gloves are off. I got to throw hands with Oak Squirrel in chat now. I'm totally kidding. We got to get back to the game. 1st and 10 here. Joe Burrow looks like a handoff going up the middle. And met at the line. That's going to be Michael Pierce, the human wall himself. Great run defense there by the Baltimore D-line. Oak Squirrel said he fumbled. And thank you, Chimera, our Bills fan in chat, coming to the defense of Lamar Jackson for me. Said, yo, Oak Squirrel, you capping, son. And Oak Squirrel just trying to snap back with he fumbled. Yeah, fumble don't make you a bad rusher. Oh, look at Roquan slapping either Pierce or Travis Jones on the butt, lining him up better. Throw going right on the play, left, and that's going to be T. Higgins' first catch of the year. Oh, any comment on that? T. Higgins' first catch of the year? Homie, what happened? But looks like they are going after now Brandon Stevens. That's going to be like the 2nd or 3rd pass attempt at him. And oh my God, Joe Burrow got leveled late on the play a little bit. Not a late hit, but just... Guys, in Baltimore, I want you to imagine when Marlon comes back how good this defense is about to be. When Marlon comes back 100% healthy, Marcus Williams comes back. Oh! 3rd and 2 coming up here. Pressure on, Burrow. And that's going to be our Darius Washington upset on the play. Looks like he slipped, and that's a good 1st down by the Cincinnati. Yep. Darius Washington slips in the coverage on what looks like T. Higgins. Yeah, oh! T. Higgins. Now, guys, let's be honest. T. Higgins just puts his foot in the ground and turns. That was literally a thing of beauty. Anyone that's coaching football, that's how you teach a curl route right there. Go ahead and put that on film review. He literally just broke Darius's ankles with that cut. Handoff going left middle and pulling the defensive line. Travis Jones, though, holding on to him to slow him down. And that's going to be a pretty good game by the Cincinnati halfback there, Joe Mixon. 6:15, though, and ticking. Guys, update on the Kansas City-Jacksonville game. Jacksonville up now 3-0 on Kansas City. Mahomes still held without a touchdown, throwing one interception. What is going on? Are they really missing Banimi that much? Like, what is going on, guys? 2nd and 5 here for Joe Burrow. Little draw play. Good gain by Mixon. Going to be inches short of the first down. Bringing up 3rd and short. And time ticking off the clock here. 5:30. Looks like Baltimore is going to eventually maybe get this ball back with a 4-minute offense. So excited to see Baltimore's 4-minute offense, but I would love to stop the Bengals right now. Chimera says, Darwin, I will not accept Bengals slander either. They are Bill's brothers. You know what, Chimera, and you're right. After the whole deal with Damar Hamlin, they're brothers slightly. So I understand, but I ain't throwing no slander at my Bengals brothers. I'm just talking stats. And that's going to be a run up the middle, Joe Mixon, and he's got the first down. Going to be a gain of maybe about 2 or 3. And Bengals look like they're starting to talk a little smack to the Ravens defense. And guys, we need the Ravens. The Ravens defense is getting close, but they're not getting there. Odafe Owe tied, I believe, 2nd in the NFL last week with 7 pressures, and with only 1 sack. So we need somebody to get there. And the Bengals are starting to do short passes, so we need the Ravens D-line to keep their heads up and get them hands up. You know what I'm saying? 1st and 10 here in the red zone for the Bengals. Little short swing pass to Mixon, and good tackle by Patrick Queen. Looks like maybe a gain of 1 to 2 yards on the play. And again, they're talking about this. What a great tackle by Patrick Queen in the open field there. Like, Joe Mixon is not a good guy or a hard guy, easy guy to bring down. And that's going to be officially a gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8. Joe Burrow, 7 of 9 for 32 yards, so dink and dunk with no yards. Travion Williams in the backfield for the Bengals. Little dump pass to Travion Williams, basically the exact same play we just saw with Joe Mixon. And gain of maybe about 3 yards on the play, bringing up a 3rd down for the Bengals here in the red zone. 3:30 ticking. And that's officially a 3rd and 5 upcoming. And it just looks like, honestly, I don't know if Joe Burrow just doesn't have anything open, and that's why he keeps having to dump it off to the halfback, but Baltimore didn't have a lot of pass rush on that play. All right, trips left here, something to keep an eye on here on this 3rd and 5. Joe Burrow kind of looked like he was peeking left there before the snap, but looks right on the back shoulder fade, and oh! What a play! That's going to be Rocky Ya-Sin Lee Sin, the free agent addition. A great throw by Joe Burrow on the back shoulder fade. What looked like it was going to be a catch, but by Jamar Chase on the reception. But Rock Ya-Sin just had his arm in there, able to keep it in and rip the ball out as Jamar's coming down. And that is a great pass defense by the free agent addition to Baltimore. And Evan McPherson, who's my kicker in NFL fantasy, by the way. So we're hoping for touchdowns from Baltimore, field goals from Cincinnati today. Out, and he is going to, of course, be good. 2nd best kicker in the NFL. My boy Tucker, number 1. And with that, guys, we've got a tie game here in Cincinnati, 10-10. As Baltimore is going to get the ball back with 3 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. Just realized I didn't have my quarter updated, and we're going to update the score as All right, Lamar. So, guys, again, if you don't know, we got Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers in our fantasy. I know it's like a taboo to have a wide receiver and a quarterback same team, or running back, halfback, quarterback. Just you want to generally avoid same team on your fantasy. So we're gonna need a deep bomb or screen to go deep from Zay Flowers, from Lamar Jackson for fantasy point just perspective. That'd be just real nice. All right. If you could just put it in end zone, that'd be real nice. Okay. But thank you everyone for joining me today. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think this is one of the largest audiences I have ever held on my stream to date. And I really want to thank everyone who's here listening and watching today with me. Um, maybe you're the start of something. Who knows? But either way, we appreciate you. Let's go back to the chat real quick. And I'm telling you guys, if you just talk in chat, I'll respond. I love talking. We're talking things other than the game because we're on commercial break. So let's jump into chat here. Chimera says, not only that, but the Dalton to Boyd TD will never not be legendary in our city. Totally understand. Dalton threw darts against us. Dalton tore apart my Ravens defense for years. Bills were just stopped on the Raiders goal line in 4th and 1. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. Let's give an update. Let's check across the NFL, get an update here on the other games. And again, as I like to ask, how's your fantasy football team doing, guys? I'm not doing too well right now. And for anyone that doesn't know, I played Chimera, our moderator who's in chat right now, week 1, and I lost to Chimera. And Travis Kelce is kind of making me look bad right now. All right, let's jump across the NFL, guys. Packers taking on the Falcons today. Packers leading that game 10-3 with 3:06 left in the first quarter. Bills Raiders locked in a close one. Bills leading that game 14-0 with a 2-minute offense or a 2-minute warning. Lions taking the lead against the Seahawks, looking to continue their dominance and just villainy across the NFL, leading the Seahawks 14-7 with 1:44 left in that game. Anthony Richardson pulling away from the CJ Stroud and the Texans, leading 21-7 with more than 5 minutes left in that game. As we mentioned, Kelce and Mahomes are eating chalk today or something. They ate crayons before today's game. They are 0-3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buccaneers taking the lead back from the Bears 10-7 with 2 minutes left in that game. And our final game here in the 1 o'clock slots, Chargers taking on the Titans. Chargers able to take their lead back 14-7 with more than 4 minutes left in that game. So we've got plenty of good games across the NFL, guys. And here comes Baltimore's offense with 3 minutes here in the second quarter, looking to take this lead before halftime. Zay Flowers in motion. Come on. Oh, that should be a screen. Give it to Zay. No! That should be... Oh! Toss play. What the heck was that? Improvised play. Justice Hill with the run. That's going to be a gain of 7 yards on a broken play. And, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little mad right now. So, if you weren't watching, Zay Flowers motion from the right side to the left side. Off... The safety on Zay was 10 to 15 yards off deep. If they just would have rounded that and thrown it as a screen, that would have gained 10 yards minimum easy. If Zay makes one man miss, 20 yards, makes two men miss, touchdown. I'm a little upset on that. Missed opportunity by the Baltimore Ravens offense. Zay Flowers motion same side. Lamar getting pressured, having to run. Got a blocker though. Jumps over a man. And that's going to be a first down. Getting out of bounds, but the clock's still rolling. 2:09, and that's going to bring us the 2-minute warning. Lamar just made an ESPN top 10 highlight. I believe Oak said Lamar can't scramble. Let's watch him jump over. Yep, hold on. Let me check my roster here. 21. Yeah, that's going to be Mike Hilton that Lamar Jackson just hopped over. Whoop. Lamar Jackson doing a little dance on the sideline. We're going to give our Lamar Jackson shimmy dance gif. And we're headed to the 2-minute warning here. With that, I'm going to try to jump into here, guys, while we're on this quick commercial break. Chimera said, oh, yeah, you were so confident, too. Hey, Chimera, I told you, man, I I was in our fantasy game. I was having to project that DJ Moore went double. I was projecting a big game from Garrett Wilson. The moment Aaron Rodgers went down in that game, Chimera, I'm gonna be honest with you. Privately, I was like, I got no chance of beating Chimera right now. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about dangling Garrett Wilson on the trade waiver. But I'm looking across the league and I'm like, man, is there really. There's no one I truly feel it on. I kind of am thinking about guys, fantasy football. I might have to cover this Thursday. I'm looking to make a trade. And I'm willing to give two bigger players up to get a true big guy. Because I think I've got good depth at some of my positions, but um, you know, I want to dive here. Let's dive into this Colts game. So it looks like Colts just got a field goal, 21-10. Well, let's check the stat line. We got to check how Anthony Richardson's doing. So Anthony Richardson passing 6 of 10 for 56 yards. Gardner Minshew coming in the game 3 of 3 for 52 yards. Are they going with a two quarterback approach? I slightly wish I was able to watch that game now. And of course, Anthony Richardson, 3 rushes for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. Zach Moss getting a majority of the carries. So we don't know what's going on with Dameon Pierce. Not good. Not good because I've got Dameon Pierce too. So I'm getting wrecked in fantasy right now. Let's check in on Seahawks-Lions game right now. That's definitely a game we're looking at. So Geno Smith in that game, 12 of 15 for 133 yards, having a pretty good game. Kenneth Walker not able to do anything right now against that Detroit Lions defensive line. 10 rushes for only 13 yards. So Kenneth Walker only averaging 1.3 yards a carry right now. Looking on the flip side here for the Lions, Jared Goff is 11 of 14 for 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, with the touchdowns going to Khalif Raymond and Josh Reynolds. Jared Goff is spreading the ball around in that game. But with that, we're back to the Baltimore Bengals looking heavy pressure look right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players? Oh, they're backing off finally. They had 9 players on the line of scrimmage. Jackson got some time having to push the pocket, though. He's going to scramble on the play, and that's going to be a gain of what looks like maybe 3 or 4 yards on the play. And we're looking forward to the halftime report. When we get to the halftime report, guys, we're going to truly try to run down the entire NFL, what's going across the league. So please stick around and look forward to it. Lamar Jackson going over the middle, low pass, but it looks like got it. That's going to be Nelson Aguilar with a catch for a first down. 122 and ticking. And, of course, Baltimore in the no huddle, trying to speed things up a little bit. Mike Andrews looked like he was lined up off sides, but not called. Jackson has to dump it off up the middle to the halfback. I think that's Justice Hill. Might be Melvin Orr. Nope, it's Justice Hill. Gain of looks like maybe 6 on the play. I expect Baltimore to use a timeout here. Nope, still letting the clock run. Baltimore at their own. Or I'm sorry, Cincinnati's. We're just going to jump to it. Another pass up the middle to Mark Andrews. Looks like Cincinnati's definitely trying to defend the edge and the sideline, and Baltimore taking advantage, taking some easy plays up the middle. Quickly already in field goal range, and Baltimore going to take their first time out of the half. Baltimore, of course, having 2 remaining. Cincinnati still has all 3 with 48 seconds left here on the clock. Chimera says, of course, Anthony Richardson is out, so of course that's why we're seeing Gardner Minshew come into the game. Colts can never have anything nice. You know, let's talk about that. Do you know why the Colts can't have anything nice, guys? Because their owner is garbage. Jim Irsay is a bad owner. I don't know many Colt fans, but I think most Colt fans would agree with me. As the old Baltimore Colts, or the new, whatever you want to look at it, because, you know, the Colts left Baltimore, Jim Irsay is a bad owner. Lamar Jackson shotgun, got a little bit of time, looking deep over the middle, and that's Nelson Aguilar. And that's a big catch, 40 seconds on the clock, and looks like somebody's taking a timeout. That's going to be Baltimore. And I believe that's going to put Baltimore in the red zone here. Aguilar making some good sure-handed catches over the middle. Baltimore just getting all the wide receivers involved in this game. Oak Squirrel, first down. Oak Squirrel, first down. Oak, are you getting deep? And see, the thing is, Oak Squirrel, I think your defensive coordinator said, all right, guys, 2-minute drill. Make sure you defend the middle. And Baltimore's like, nah, we just go, or defend the sideline. Baltimore was just like, nah, we going down the middle, bro. Getting a little loud here in Bengals Stadium. Oak Squirrel, it's called Arthur Brown Stadium, right? The Bengals Stadium, if I remember correctly. Empty backfield here for Baltimore. 4 looks like they're coming for Cincinnati. Oh, good pressure. Lamar having to make some people miss, and he's going to get sacked eventually after making 3 men miss, and that's probably going to force Baltimore to use their final timeout here. And they do, and as the announcers are talking about here, Lamar's got to be a little smarter here. At this point, when you think you're going down, they've got an arm on you. They're pulling you down. Get this ball away if you can. You cannot take the sack. Hey, Clayton Ripley, thanks for the subscription. Glad to see my alerts are working correctly. Oh, we've got a defensive holding call or illegal contact on Cam Taylor-Britt on the play. And that's going to be a 5-yard automatic. And that's going to be against he's covering Odell Beckham Jr. And that's a good call. Bengals are mad, but that's a good call. And let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. And basically, if I'm mistaken, that's going to negate the sack and also that's what stopped the clock for us. And Zach Taylor is losing his mind on the sideline right now. Head coach of the Bengals, obviously upset by that, basically saying Odell pulled the defensive back to him for the contact. Oh, man, that's going to be some gifts right there. If you're a Bengals fan. Oak Squirrel's got to be mad. Oak Squirrel's in our chat who's a Bengals fan. Of course, big thing to keep an eye on. Bengals will get the ball back after halftime after deferring on the original kickoff. First and 10 here. I expect a goal shot for Baltimore. I absolutely would. Ball on the 13-yard line for Baltimore. Lamar looks like he's looking deep. Oh, pump fakes. Rolling left, going deep, and oh no! 2 people, Odell and Mark Andrews in the same place. Mark Andrews jumps in front of Odell, snags the ball, hits Odell Beckham as he comes down and drops it. Meanwhile, we've got a flag on the play. That's going to be holding against the left guard of the Ravens, John Simpson. Oh my gosh. And Lamar throwing this ball, what looks like to Odell Beckham, and just Mark Andrews just goes a little deeper for it. And oh my gosh, if I had a crying gif, I would have it up, guys. Let's be honest. That was a heartbreaking moment for Raven fans. And we get backed up 10 yards on the penalty, putting us at the 23-yard line with 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lamar, that's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle. Lamar got some room, and Lamar is down at the 3-yard line, almost a first down, but we've got another flag on the play with 15 seconds left here in the second. Oh my God, we've got another holding call against number 61. That's going to be Sam Mustipher, the center of the Baltimore Ravens, and that's going to make this a 1st and 30 for the Baltimore Ravens. Thank you, Anonymous, for the subscription. Appreciate you. I don't even have a GIF, guys, to properly express how I feel right now. But, 1st and 30 for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense, and we've got a timeout by the Bengals. And honestly, that might work out to the Ravens' advantage because it looks like we needed a timeout. Bengals looking to just buy some time here, though, and get their defense settled for this. You know Baltimore's coming out and taking some deep shots somewhere here. Oak Squirrel said, who in the world just subbed? It's Anonymous, my guy. Hickram McKinney says in chat, thanks for the spot on commentary. We needed a 12-man in the outfield. RQQ. Yeah. God, just I don't even know. I don't even know, guys, right now. I'm losing my mind. 1st and 30. Now, keep an eye. We got trips left. Odell, the single wide receiver on the right side of the formation. So keep an eye on that left side. Lamar looking for Mark Andrews over the center. Got him. Bengals are saying no catch. And looks like the refs are going to agree. Must have went through the hands. And oh my God. What a gut-wrenching sequence of plays for the Ravens Nation. Ravens flock. Is that really a drop? That is absolutely a drop by Mark Andrews. Even my girlfriend who is beside me, who does not watch football, is nodding in agreement. That's not a catch. Bad drop by Mark Andrews. Seeing his first game of the season, of course, for the Baltimore Ravens. And 2nd and 30. Bengals fans are getting loud here in Arthur Brown Stadium. Play clock is ticking down. Lamar Jackson looking right. And dude, where's the call on that? So Lamar Jackson definitely had a miscommunication with Mark Andrews. Throws it right to nobody. And Mark Andrews kind of takes a late shot low on the play, but no flag on the play. 11 seconds coming up on a 3rd and 30. You can definitely expect probably a prevent defense coming here from the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Don't let them score and force the field goal here at this point. But Chimera screaming in chat, I need points in fantasy. Chimera's got Mark Andrews in fantasy. And we've got a quarterback draw. Lamar Jackson going up the middle to just get some yards back for Justin Tucker. And, of course, Baltimore going to take their final timeout with 5 seconds on the clock, and Justin Tucker walking out to try to take the lead for Baltimore before halftime. Of course, Tucker good from 45, missed from 59. Not exactly sure how long this is going to be. Thing to keep an eye on, guys. Will Cincinnati use one of these timeouts to try to freeze the kicker? And Oak Squirrel's right. That pass to Mark Andrews on the miscommunication, if the defensive back had been watching the ball and not Mark Andrews, would have been a easy pick, if not pick 6. So that was a little bit scary to watch. All right, 40-yard attempt coming up here from the right hash mark for Justin Tucker. And Cincinnati going to use their timeout to freeze the kicker. So we're going to have to wait just a little longer for this kick. Hiram McKinney says, okay, everything will be okay. 10-10 is okay. I'm guessing Hiram McKinney must be a Ravens fan, part of Ravens flock, so I love seeing you in party here. I don't have a lot of the Ravens flock nation in my chat usually. I'm actually mostly subscribed to by random other NFL fans, so it's always great to see part of the Ravens flock here in my chat. All right, 40-yard attempt. Justin Tucker getting set. Oh, I didn't like that. He looked to get weirdly second set. Justin Tucker, oh my God. Barely sneaks it past the left goalpost. Ball hooks hard left, but it is good. And we're going to get the Justin Tucker gif up here as we update the score. Baltimore now leading 13-10 going into halftime. Screw you. Oh, squirrel over here. Miss. He's just an automatic Tucker. If it's under 50 yards, it's automatic. Knock on wood. I don't like to jinx my kickers. But we're going to get ready here, guys, for the halftime report. Let me get we got to get our other tabs open here. Of course, RQQ, Hiram, all my Ravens fans, we got our Charm City Football Cup from the stadium training camp practice. I drove. Guys, let me explain to my audience real quick how hardcore of a Ravens fan I am. I drove over 2,000 miles to go to that training camp stadium practice from down here in Fort Myers, Florida, all the way to M&T Bank Stadium. I then also, when I was in 2008, I was in high school. I was at my senior trip in Disney World. Your boy, D-Rave, Darwin's Raven, Levi here, left Disneyland Park to go watch the 2008 NFL Draft because I love the draft that much. And guys, if you haven't watched, go back and watch my live draft coverage, and especially my pre-draft special of the offense and defense, where we covered at least 5 position groups, offense and or 5 people at every position group, offense and defense, that we thought were going to be second or later round picks. Which, of course, if you read NFL rookie updates, a lot of the names that I covered are on their list. So definitely go back and check it out. Real quick here, going back to chat. Ravens adjustments at halftime. Mark Andy up 2 TDs. So halftimes for the Ravens, of course, your defense has been playing pretty well. If you hadn't allowed the special teams play by the Bengals, you would be dominating this game. Like, no one would have anything to say because our time of possession is dominant. Somehow we've negated the Bengals wide receivers and the Baltimore's injuries at the defensive back position. So at this point, I wish I had Joe Stevens' hat from Seahawks Talk. Run the damn ball. Gus Edwards has never had a season where he averaged under 5 yards a carry. Justice Hill is explosive. We need to come out in the second half and just run the ball. And with that, guys, we're headed to the halftime report. I'm pretty excited. I like to run through this, try to run through it lightning pace. So let's get the throat wet here and get ready. All right, here we go, guys. Kansas City taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars down in Jacksonville. Taylor Swift might have showed up for that game, by the way. Patrick Mahomes, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for 144 yards. Kansas City leading that game 7-6 at halftime. Trevor Lawrence having a pretty decent game, 12 of 20 for 101 yards. Of course, Kadarius Toney having a good bounce back game, and Sky Moore got a touchdown in that game as well. Raiders taking on the Bills, what looks like in Buffalo. Josh Allen leading the Bills 21-10 going into halftime. 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jimmy Garoppolo, 131 yards, touchdown, and an interception. Bills looking to get back on track, thinking they're going to be the Super Bowl favorites here. Oh my gosh, we've got a Grossi raid going on. Grossi Posse in the house. What is up, guys? I haven't seen y'all in forever. Welcome back, Grossi Posse. We are still going to forever apologize to Grossi for calling him Grossy at one point, by the way. Chargers taking on Tennessee Titans, 14-10. Justin Herbert, 116 yards and a touchdowns. Of course, they're covering Ravens, Bengals. Nothing new going on there, guys. Bengals, only reason they're in this game right now is the punt return early there by number 15. Baltimore dominating the time of possession in this game. Grossi Posse, much love to everyone. If I could just get a like from every one of y'all, I greatly appreciate it. Rick Keener, thank you for the subscribe. I'm so glad to see that the Grossi Posse can still raid. I saw a comment earlier that they might not be able to raid, so Grossi Posse, y'all are freaking awesome, and much love to Grossi. Terry D300, thank you for the subscription. Of course Tom Grossi rated us. Grossi Posse and the Patcast are in the house, Penguin Goats. You know they're rated. Let's go. And we gave a lot of love to the Packers here in the offseason. We've covered them in our offseason edition. So, of course, Jordan Love leading the Packers 10-9 over the Falcons right now. 7-12 for 69 yards and a touchdown. Desmond Ridder, 12-18 for 105 yards. Touchdown, interception in that game. Jack, thank you for the subscription, my guy. Honestly, dude, the Packers look like they're going to take the NFC North this year. So, of course, we've got a great game going over here. Detroit looking to continue their villainy of the NFL. Jared Goff going deep on that ball. 12-15 for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Geno Smith, 16-20, having a great game himself. And, of course, we got Chimera's Buffalo Bills today taking on the Oakland Raiders. Josh Allen just looking good in that game. Penguin goes, and, of course, shout out to everyone here that's from Grossi Posse. I want to give a shout out to some of my other people that I collaborate with. We've got Penguin Goats, a co-collaborator. We've got Chimera going to be doing original comic content coming soon. We've got Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talk we like to collaborate with. If you're a Rams fan, make sure you check out Payo Time, our LA Rams fan. And of course, we've got No Border Sports and Brian Culp over, and Tony Culp, as well as Corey Davis of the 49ers Nation. You can find them all in my channels that I follow. But big story today, guys, is of course the defensive backs for the Baltimore Ravens dealing with a lot of injuries. Marlon Humphrey out, Marcus Williams out, Arthur Mollett out, and the inability of the Cincinnati Bengals to truly take advantage of these injuries. And of course, Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum, the starting left tackle and center, out for the Baltimore Ravens as well, dealing with some pretty bad injuries. Thank you, Gustavo, for the subscription, man. Oh my gosh. Christian Martin, thank you for the subscription. Coelho, thanks for the subscription. Watson, thanks for the subscription. Skidmark, thanks for the subscription. Y'all are blowing up my subscriptions right now and really helping me get to that goal of 500 that I've been trying to get to for some time here. We recently broke our subscription goal of 200, going from 100 to 200, which was huge for us, and we're really trying to push for that 500 to hit our, I believe, the first monetization goal for YouTube. Of course, we've got a lot of school going on. We've got business law, calculus, and accounting going on throughout the year right now, with some other classes coming up. And of course, we're entered in an entrepreneurship contest and for $10,000. So we're trying to put good content out there, guys, but, we're so pressed for time. So I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in today and supporting the channel. Winterborn, thank you for the subscription as well. Make sure, like I said, you check out some of those other channels that I said. And thank you, man. Thank you, Winterborn. Thank you, everyone. Like, God, y'all make it worth it when y'all do stuff like this. Like, Penguin Goats, like I said, make sure you... Oh, Chimera, I don't know if I... Yeah, I did. Penguin Goats and Chimera running their channels as well. You can see them in my chat as moderators. Check out their channels. Penguin Goats is a Packers fan, and of course, Chimera is our Bills fan. So definitely check them out. Tenchi Muyo going on here. Thank you for the subscription, my guy. Of course, we're going to be covering a lot of NFL content, Baltimore Ravens content, with possibly branching out into gaming, cooking, and, maybe some anime, because your boy's a diverse guy. But Jack Tack, thank you, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Thankfully, this week, I actually have a break. I have some study days from school, so we're looking to produce more video content this week. We're looking to get our fantasy football content out there on Thursday, as well as game day predictions. And as well as, Grossi's been a big inspiration to us here on the channel, so we're looking to try to, not copy, but get some content ideas and comedy ideas from him and Benchwarmer. Everyone knows Benchwarmer, who puts out a lot of really good NFL content. Oh, Tenchi, come on, my guy. Like I said, I'm an anime guy. So, Tenchi, if you don't know, of course, we're Darwin's Raven. That's a slight anime reference. So Darwin's Raven is a play on Charles Darwin, the Baltimore Ravens, and of course, the Sunset Ravens, which is part of the anime Darwin's Game, which I think had a wonderful ending. I would love a second season of that. So that's where, again, I get it all, man. We're diverse here. Your boy plays semi-pro football, but watches anime. We are diverse here in this channel, ladies and gentlemen. And me and the girlfriend have watched every season of MasterChef, every season of Hell's Kitchen, almost every single cooking show out there. And I've watched every single English-speaking comedian and comedy special on Netflix, because I love comedy. So we're huge fans of everything Benchwarmer, Stan, and Patcast, and Grossi Posse do, basically. But hopefully, we're almost back here to our second half. I guess I should go ahead and get my, and I don't want to talk about too much. Hopefully, I don't lose too much of my audience here. And again, apologize, we're not talking football content. But honestly, the past season of anime was great. The current season of anime is great. The next season of anime is going to be great. Fall, spring, winter, whatever it is. Going to be awesome. Thank you again, Winterborn, for subscribing, man. We're trying to get there. We're trying to make something out of this channel. Of course, I would love to be able to make money off of my channel and therefore be able to dedicate actual time to it. We're heading potentially for a PC rebuild. We're kind of like flip-flopping on stuff. And I'll be honest, everyone that's sitting here today, listening, watching, subscribing, is making me lean towards rebuilding the PC a lot more, to be honest with you, because I can probably, if I rebuild my PC, push out 60 frames per second, push out 4K quality. And not only will I be able to push out a better quality for my audience, I'll be able to provide better videos because right now, currently, my PC cannot even do video editing. When I try to stitch the final product together of my video, it literally tells me my GPU cannot handle the load and stops the process. So, that would help. It's just a lot of different things. So we're thinking about it, and hopefully, if I've got any PC people out there, if anyone's like a huge PC nerd, I would love your opinion on what I'm thinking about building because I know a little bit about PCs, but I'm not a huge PC guy. So if you're there, guys, leave me a comment if you're a PC person. Like, going here to my chat real quick. Nick K said sub. Thank you, Nick K, for the sub. Steve-O says, do you talk animals? Steve-O, I love animals. I actually grew up volunteering in what was called WARM, the Waccamaw Animal Rescue Mission. A fun little story about me before we get back to football. When I was 5 years old, I was attacked by a drug dealer's Rottweiler. It latched onto my neck, and a kid that was riding his bike around the neighborhood had to crash his dog into the bike to get it to let go of my neck. I used to have a horrible phobia of dogs. Like, I'm talking a chihuahua would be barking at me, and your boy would take off like he was running the 40-yard sprint at the combine. But I wanted to get over my fear of dogs, and so I actually volunteered at Animal Rescues to work with it. And I currently own what's known as a Pattendale Terrier I rescued from the rescue that is featured actually on Rocky Mountain Rescue and all that. So that's pretty cool. Little fun fact. Where the Rocky Mountain Vet show was filmed right down the road from us. Chimera says, when are you going to get a new PC and hit me up in the Fortnite duos? I got to, man. Chimera, I got so much hate on my Fortnite subs because when I play with my girlfriend, she plays on Switch. So we end up in lobbies with bots, and I put up one clip with a bot, and I got destroyed by the Fortnite short community. So much hate on my clips that I even took my clip down, let's be honest. But mostly I play Fortnite with my girlfriend. I am actually trying to get better at Rocket League. If I have any Rocket League fans in there, talk gaming a little bit before we get back to the actual football game. The highest I've made it is Grand Champion 2. I'm sorry, not Grand Champion. Champion 2 Division 4. So I was almost Champion 1. So I love Rocket League. I'm trying to get better at Rocket League. I would love to play Madden and stream Madden, but EA games suck. Oh, Tenchi says, I'm a bit of a PC nerd. Okay, Tenchi. I'm going to have to pull up what I was looking to build real quick. Oak Squirrel says, I do everything on my PC and PS4. See, I'm thinking about buying an Xbox X, but I'm also thinking about doing the PC rebuild. And I'm a little torn, The PC rebuild is going to cost me about $1,500 to $1,600, while, of course, the X would cost me about $500, man. Oak Squirrel says, I can't get college work to do. Man, dude, college is... Honestly, your boy has been out of college for over 7 years, and I'm in calculus now. It's a little rough, and I have 8:30 a.m. calculus. Jack Attack says, I love Rocket League, dude. I'm trying to get better at Rocket League, man. I am watching Zen and some of these other bigger guys play constantly, trying to figure out how I can get better. My rotation and understanding of the game and everything is great, but mechanically, I am horrible. And I feel like if I could like case point, I can't flip reset. If I could flip reset, I think I could be much better. Okay, back to the game, though. Joe Burrow rolling out left on the play, and he's going to gain about, looks like 5 or 6 on the play. And Joe Burrow and this Bengals offense has got to do something here. Like, they are looking bad, and oh my God, Joe Burrow almost gets sacked on the play by Justin Madubuike, but able to get out of the pocket. And Chimera says the Fortnite community is terrible. Anyway, don't listen to him. And, I got to get better with that, not listening to all the hate. Usually I just like the person's comment and have a laugh with them too. And I'm like, yeah, what can I do, man? There's nothing I can do about being put in that bot lobby when I play with my girlfriend. Run up the middle here. Joe Mixon making a good move, and he's got a first down. Looks like a gain of about 7 on the play. Let me get here to my PC stats so all my PC people in the chat could tell me if my PC is going to be good enough. Let me see here. I sent the specs to one of my PC buddies to get his opinion on it. Okay, wait after this play, and then we'll talk PC. First and 10 here for Joe Burrow and the Bengals at what looks like the 37-yard line. Little quick dump pass. Joe Mixon getting out in space. He's got a big gain. And that's going to be out of bounds. Looks like on Baltimore's side of the field. Huge gain by Joe Mixon on a little outlet pass to the right. Yep. And looks like they're moving Joe Burrow a little bit around the pocket here to buy him some extra time against Baltimore's pass rush. And my God, if you've got Joe Mixon in fantasy right now, you are happy. We got to refresh the game stream. It went out on me. Apologize. Stick with me for just like 3 seconds while I get this up. Go. Quick update. Indianapolis up 28-10 now on Houston with the third quarter just getting started over there. Oh, but PC guys, real quick. I'm thinking about doing a Ryzen 7 7700 with a GeoForce RTX 4060 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte SSD. I feel like that will be plenty good, not only to run any games that I want to run, but also do video editing and just be generally happy. My PC, guys, is over 10 generations old. It is archaic. The only thing I can play, literally, is is League of Legends. By the way, I'm a big League of Legends player. I've made it as high as the top 2% MMR on North American servers. 3 years in a row, Honor 5. Joe Burrow looking right. Got a man on the underneath route. That looks like, I think, is that Higgins or Boyd? That's Higgins on the play. Higgins getting involved in this game finally. Let's jump back here to our chat. Don't worry about your PC. I have a PC from... Dude, I'm telling you, Jack, mine's probably older than 2015. Like, mine is. Or right around that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oak Squirrel says, I just built my PC in my streaming room. That sounds great. I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, and dude, I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play Starfield. But I don't have time to play Starfield. Especially, I need to be putting out more content on the stream. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Trips right formation here. Joe Burrow, again, little outlet pass to Joe Mixon. And that's going to be a missed tackle by the DB. A late tackle by Brandon Stevens out of bounds. A first down. And right now, the Bengals are running this little short passing to the halfbacks. And it's working. Like, I don't understand what's going on right now. The edge rushers for Baltimore have got to just kind of get out there and get their hands up and start cutting these little outlet passes to the halfback off. Chimera says, I've never played League. All I know is the lore and cool and the characters are hot. 3rd and 1. Late substitution by Baltimore. Baltimore looks like it's bringing pressure. Play clock at 1 and Burrow forced to take a timeout there. And that's good news for the Baltimore. Forcing at 12 minutes and 10 seconds in the third quarter, Joe Burrow to take the first time out of the game. Yeah, dude, League of Legends, Riot is a good company, a bad company. I sometimes hate Riot, and I joke, Riot's not a gaming company, they're a production company. But at the same time, like, the game's free. They do a lot of work. I'm critical, but I love it at the same time. And if you haven't watched their series on Netflix, it's actually pretty good. And I think the next few seasons are going to be phenomenal. Let's get that quarter updated. Let's see. Tenchi said that'd be solid. 1080p, 1440 gaming PC, and good for streaming 1080p. And see, that's what I'm aiming for, Tenchi. Right now, I'm outputting currently 3,000 kilobytes a second at 30 FPS using approximately 11% of my CPU, which getting rid of my green screen reduced my CPU usage by 20%. Oh, Joe Burrow going for that same pass. Baltimore defense tries to jump up but misses it, and that's going to be Irv Smith Jr., the tight end for the Bengals, with a first down catch. And Cincinnati's slowly moving down the field there. Joe Burrow's offensive line went for a lot of big cut blocks on that play, too, to make sure that no one could bat the ball down at the line of scrimmage. Oak Squirrel says, are you going to stream later? I'm not sure. The weekend, I got to also balance all of this, guys. I've got a girlfriend. We've been together for 7 years. The only reason I haven't married her is because I don't have the money to give her the wedding and the ring that she deserves, in my opinion. Um, so I've also got to balance the home life with everything, with it all. Hand up, going up the middle. That's going to be mixing what takes what should have been a no gain into a gain of about 3 on the play. Apparently, Chimera's got a thing for Evelyn in League of Legends. That's kind of funny. And Jack Attack says, thank God for you. I don't have NFL Sunday ticket. I'm glad, Jack. Jack Attack, I don't have NFL Sunday ticket either. Wink, wink. Katharina, greetings from Germany, where the beer is good and the brats are worthy. Joe Burrow got some time going deep, and oh! Picked off Geno Stone, and he's returning. He's got a man to block for him, and why did he go out of bounds? Why did he go out of bounds? Joe Burrow never sees the safety coming over the middle, and Geno Stone picks it on the goal line and returns it what looks like maybe like 40 yards. Yeah, picked off, lands his feet at the 2, and takes off downfield. 10:39 here in the third, and Baltimore's getting the ball back after a horrible throw by Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Oh my God. But greetings from Germany, by the way, Katharina. I love seeing international people come in, I read a lot of international news, so. Jack Attack says, good for you. Dude, so for those that weren't watching, when Geno Stone picked it, he started running down the left sideline. David Ojabo came into the picture as Joe Burrow came into the picture. And David Ojabo blocked Joe Burrow to the left sideline. At this point, it looked like, from at least our camera angle, a very clear cutback lane to possibly run that ball all the way back for a pick 6. And for some reason, Geno Stone just ran out of bounds. I'm a little perplexed, but I'm also loving it. So let's take a look here. Going into our chat. Oak Squirrel, our Bengals fan, is crying and upset. Tenchi giving me some advice here on the PC. To avoid potential VRAM issues, I'd recommend looking into an RX68 or an RX68. Literally about to make let me get my sticky note out. I'm literally about to make a note of that. Into an RX 6800 or XT. Heard. Thank you, Tenchi. Chimera saying RIP to Oak Squirrel in chat. Terry, a.k.a. Minx in the chat. Woo! Sending love from Atlanta. Go Flock. Hey! ATL Nation in the chat. Let's go. We like Georgia. I'm originally from South Carolina. I spent some time down in Savannah, and actually I've been to Atlanta. I used to work for Delta Airlines, so I spent a lot of time in the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson Airport. Let me tell you. So welcome in Terry, aka Minx, Ravens Flock. Thank you for dropping in. Oak Squirrel in chat said I died. 5 hearts remaining. Oak, that would imply that you have more than 2 hearts per quarter. So I'd say 4 hearts remaining. Okay, hold up, guys. We're back here to the action real quick. Lamar Jackson taking over here, what looks like at the 38-yard line of Baltimore. Play action. Looks like a max protection. Lamar going deep left, and oh, let's go! Zay Flowers! And then it's still live. They finally call the play dead. Zay Flowers down at the 5-yard line in double coverage. Lamar on with a dime on the throw. Oh my God. Look at Zay just running with him. Zay looked like he barely running. The cornerback fighting for his life. And Zay Flowers with a huge catch for the Baltimore Ravens offense. Like I said, down. They might rule that actually at the 10-yard line. But first and goal here for Baltimore. Zay Flowers now 2 catches for 63 yards on the day. For those that don't know, we got Zay Flowers on the fantasy team. Zay Flowers with a jet sweep run And they're trying to get him that touchdown down at looks like the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. And Zay Flowers again just got that smile, guys, and freaking laughing right now. For those that weren't watching earlier, when Zay Flowers got a big catch earlier, he literally was laughing at the Bengals players as he ran out of bounds because he just was running by them. Like, Zay Flowers with another weird motion on this play, and he's going to give it to him again. Zay, and now he's short down at the 2-yard line. They try to get Zay Flowers that touchdown. They're like, young Rook, you did the work, bro. Let's get you the TD. And I like offensive coordinators that do that try to reward their players a little bit, but you got to be careful. So Zay Flowers was on what we used to call an orbit route for motion, meaning he motioned from left to right and then turned around and went back right to left. Mark Andrews came out on a block, and it was just a little swing pass left on the play. 8:50 a ticking here in the third quarter. Third and goal, ball officially on the 3-yard line. And Lamar rolling right. Mark Andrews with the ball, and he reaches. That's a touchdown. Ball comes out, but he's already down. And Mark Andrews with his first touchdown of the season. Baltimore taking this game back, pending the extra point. Baltimore 20, Cincinnati 10. And what a great sequence of plays by the Baltimore offense. Oakland says, my mom is from England and my dad's from Canada. That is a pretty diverse group right there. You got basically French and English. Terry says, thank goodness I found your channel. Great play-by-play. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Every week I'm trying to make my channel better. So anyone that's in the chat, if you have something that you think I could do better, talk better, just anything, please feel free. For those that aren't watching, the Bengals mascot is literally banging his head against the goalpost right now in frustration. Oh my God, I've got to go find that after this game and make that a meme and GIF. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, and we got a game update. Looks like touchdown in the Buffalo game. Buffalo now leading 27-10 in that game, pulling away. And, for those that don't know here on the channel too, we're huge Isaiah Likely fans here on the channel. I went to CCU, Coastal Carolina University. Formerly, we used to have Lorenzo Taliaferro on the team as well, who's a former Chanticleer. So we love seeing Isaiah Likely get involved. Real quick, let's jump across the NFL while we're on this commercial break, while we get a change in possession after the score by Baltimore. And take a look at what's going on. So Packers pulling away still 17-19 over the Atlanta Falcons halfway through the third quarter. As we mentioned earlier, Bills taking a further lead over the Raiders. Seahawks-Lions still what looks like a good game. Lions currently leading 21-14 with 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Colts still just dominating CJ Stroud and the Texans 28-10, 9 minutes left there in the third quarter. Chiefs looks like they're finally getting into a rhythm, leading the Jacksonville Jaguars 14-6. We're going to look at that game a little bit because we've got Travis Kelce on the fantasy team, so we're hoping for something there. Okay, Mahomes got 2 touchdowns. Who are they to? Hey, Travis Kelce got me a touchdown. Let's go. The other touchdown in that game going to Sky Moore. Jacksonville Jaguars, though, unable to get anything going on offense. Only 6 points on the board. Bears continuing to disappoint me. Losing that game 10-20 to the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield must have something going on. We're going to dive a little deeper into that game for just a moment. Jack Attack in chat says, Bengals, why play D? Man, guys, what happened to Joe Burrow? Like, his offensive core lineman hasn't changed. His wide receiver core hasn't changed. What happened? Like, where's the fall off? Like, I know a lot of people say when you get paid, you don't play the same, but my God, let's take a look here. I'm taking a look at Baker Mayfield, 19-26 for 273 yards and a touchdown. So Baker having a great game right now. And Tucker putting this through the back of the end zone. And Joe Burrow going to come out here and try to keep the Bengals in this game. But, man, we're going back to this interception by Geno Stone. Let's watch this run back. And my gosh, what a great play. And round out real quick to finish the update on the NFL games. Chargers, Titans still locked in a close one. Titans leading that game 17-14 over the Chargers with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Oak Squirrel saying when their Bengals are missing Hayden Hurst. And if you watch any of my offseason plans, Hayden Hurst was one of the first tight ends I targeted on almost every team I did an offseason plan for. Hayden Hurst, of course, the former first-round pick by the Baltimore Ravens, traded around and then signed by the Bengals and then now the Panthers, who I've actually got as my backup tight end in fantasy football. Hayden Hurst, though, was a great pass or run-blocking tight end, but also had great pass-catching potential, sure-handed, and pretty good speed. Next Gen Stat had him as one of the fastest tight ends one year. 2nd and 10 coming up, 8:08 here. Joe Burrow making an adjustment on the left side receivers. Yep, looking for looks like a screen pass. Great one-handed catch by Jamar Chase, and our Darius Washington tries to rip the ball out, but unable to. Brings up what looks like maybe a 3rd and 2 upcoming here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Chimera talking fantasy football. Trevor Lawrence is at 3.5 points. He is selling me. I understand that, Prior to Lamar getting that deep pass, Lamar was kind of killing me in fantasy football, but I could care less how he does in fantasy football and more how he does in real life. Joe Burrow looking right. Got him, man. That's going to be Jamar Chase, covered by Roxin. Oh my gosh, I cannot even freaking say his name right now. Liasin. Oh my god. But Jamar Chase with a quick little out route, 10-yard out, and just able to get it in a soft zone coverage. DJ Moore, though, even though Chicago's stinking, DJ Moore, who I've got in fantasy football, who I predicted to do really well, 4 catches, 70 yards. So, oh my God, Tough Tyler just put something in chat. Now I'm like, whoa, what? That's a run up the middle there. Looks like a gain of maybe 4 on the play, bringing up 2nd down. And now I'm like, whoa. So Tough Tyler, refrain from posting links. Thank you, Streamlabs, for... I changed my... Hey, Jack Attack changes logo. So Jack Attack's a Bengals fan. Hold on, guys. If you can't see my camera, I'm trying to refrain from being sick. I'm totally joking. I'm so confused. Handoff up the middle. Not going anywhere. And Tough Tyler saying in chat, sack fumble. Hell no, we got position. Crush them, stop them. Tough Tyler, are you a Ravens fan? Are you part of my Ravens flock? Let's go here. 3rd and 4 coming up here. 6 minutes ticking down into third quarter. Joe Burrow motioning to a trips left formation on the left side. Something to keep an eye on here. And Joe Burrow adjusting now the entire play of calling an audible. Looking left again, so we definitely think this play is going left. Joe Burrow looking left, throwing over the middle, and got a man. And I mean, that's Tyler Boyd over the middle. So let me break this down, guys. So Tyler Boyd was lined up left on the slot. Joe Burrow called a hot route, then called an audible, then looked left. Now, if you're looking left on defense, the man that was lined up, if there was anyone over that slot, was the safety, of course, zone, which makes it an easy throw. So you've got to notice that, guys, and make a change. And, Joe Burrow over the middle, and his man is absolutely crushed. That is 4 Raven defenders converging there. But it's a first down, and the Bengals are continuing this drive down the field. Hey, Tough Tyler says he's part of Ravens Nation. Thank you for joining us today, Tough. Burrow should do better, not going to lie. Burrow ain't look that good. For life, Mob, Fog, Pod, get him. Yeah, I know, right? Tyler, I know, man. That Geno Stone pick was beautiful, though, earlier. Okay, empty backfield now. Joe Burrow looking left deep, and he's got a man, but I think he's out of bounds. Ref says out of bounds, and that's Brandon Stevens covering T. Higgins on that. And that's an incomplete. Good throw and catch, but just a touch too far. Yep, left foot out of bounds already. Right foot hits the pylon. I think the pylon, though, is technically considered in bounds. This might be... Okay, yep, that left foot is technically on the white line, so no question there. But good back shoulder fade throw there. Just a touch off on it. 2nd and 10 here for Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense. And again, trips right, throws right. That's Ja'Marr Chase on a screen. Got a little bit of room and going to be a gain of about 8 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 2 as the Bengals are slowly pushing towards the red zone. Streamlabs, Oak Squirrel, please refrain from using... Man, I love how Streamlabs all of a sudden is going hard on the moderation in my channel. Terry, a.k.a. Mink, says, are we bringing any pressure from D? We are not. The Bengals have moved to a really quick passing scheme, it looks like, and they're negating a lot of the pressure by these quick outlet throws to the halfback and just preventing the Ravens from getting there. And even when the Ravens are getting their hands up, it's just not in time. There's another quick throw by Joe Burrow off the right side, and Kyle Hamilton takes the helmet off Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase visibly upset, asking for a flag, and he's going to get it. Might have some blood coming out of his mouth. And we're waiting for the call here. Yep. They're going to call. Oh! It's actually a roughing the passer call. Late hit low on Joe Burrow in the pocket. And that's Matabike with the late hit by the Ravens. And oh, that's a rough one. That's going to put the Bengals down basically almost at the goal line. 1st and goal after the penalty. But Joe Burrow is probably averaging from drop back to throw less than 3 seconds on this drive right now, to be honest with you. So it's absolutely negating any of the pressure that Baltimore's D-line is able to generate. That's going to be mixing up the middle and held to it looks like maybe a gain of a yard on the play. Great job by the defensive line of the Baltimore Ravens to pinch in and absolutely stuff that. That's going to be Michael Pierce on the play, just absolutely stonewalling what looks like the left guard or center of the Bengals and just holding his position and then making a great play on the ball. Big thing to watch for the Ravens, Jadeveon Clowney seeing a lot of snaps today. Obviously, it looks a little gassed here, but playing pretty well. I'd like to see him play with a little more discipline on some of these plays and look for the short pass, but pressure-wise, doing a pretty good job. Joe Burrow dropping back, going deep left, and he's got a man, but through the hands of, I believe that's going to be Tyler Boyd, and it is. Darius Washington on the coverage for Baltimore, and that's a back goal, oh my gosh. Back goal line pylon shot there by Joe Burrow in the Cincinnati offense, but unfortunate for them that they can't come away there. 3rd and goal. Baltimore looking for a huge stand here from their 4-yard line. Joe Burrow, again, I feel like he keeps looking left before pre-snap. Starts by looking left, throwing left, and oh no! Darius Washington matched up against T. Higgins, and that's a touchdown. Darius had made a great break on the ball, but just seemed to lose it in the air. Had the undercut and just able to not even make a play on the ball. Joe Burrow coming away with the touchdown in the red zone. Let's watch the replay here. Darius, again, great coverage, but just looking at the hips, doesn't see the ball in the air and not even there to make a play. Jadeveon Clowney almost gets a hand on the ball. And thank you, who just subscribed? Ritzi Muhammad Riziki Ramdani. Thank you for the subscription, my guy. And after that extra point attempt, which is good by McPherson, Cincinnati closing the lead here in Cincinnati, 17-20. Baltimore, though, still has the lead. Baltimore looking to come out here, maybe put some more points on the board, and definitely run some time off of the clock. Hey, Jack attack though. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just spilled my drink everywhere. Yeah, guys. Sorry. Give me a moment. We just spilled our drink everywhere. Oh my god. It's all around. Oh my god. It got all over my phone. It's on my Xbox. All over my notes. It got on my soundboard. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. Just give me a moment. Um, deep breaths. Deep breaths. You know, it's worse is I really thought this was going to happen a few times and it didn't, and I was. Uh, we just spilled Crown and Coca-Cola everywhere, and potentially on the PC, the soundboard, and the Xbox. So that's a good way to start. Ugh. BRB, we got to get some Lysol. And we have to close the door because I don't want my dog licking Crown off the floor. You know we're dedicated when I'm sitting here scrubbing Crown and Coke off the floor, but I'm still about to call this game as I'm sitting here on my knees. Don't make any jokes about it. But kickoff by Evan McPherson here, going through the back of the end zone, and definitely going to be a touchback as Lamar Jackson comes out here with 2:34 here left in the third quarter, looking to expand this lead and put this game away for the Baltimore Ravens in what I believe is Arthur Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. It's all over my headphones. Cue the meme. It's oh god, it's all over everything. Of course, they're not talking about Crown and Coke in that. Lamar Jackson here coming out, handoff to Gus Edwards, going left. Gus Edwards with a big hole, carrying Bengals defenders, and that's going to be a huge first gain. And we talked about it a little bit right after halftime, guys. Run the damn ball. Just run the damn ball. Is it weird to be quoting Blindside and the Tuies while Michael Orr's potentially suing the Tuies? Is that weird? 158 and ticking. Lamar Jackson, handoff to Edwards, going left again, and that's going to be a gain about 3. Good tackle on the play by number 33. That's going to be Nick Scott, safety of the Cincinnati Bengals. And again, pardon me, guys, because we're cleaning all the Crown and Coke that I spilled everywhere, all over everything, as we're trying to continue to call this game. We're getting a good game, though. Keenan Allen scores for the Chargers. Chargers in that game, 21-17. There's Coke and Crown all over everything. Even on my phone. Oh, Lamar Jackson having a scramble, running for it, and he's got the first down. Let's go. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens offense advancing slowly but surely down the field, looking to take time off the clock while expanding the lead. Get my paper towels. All I know is your boy's about to take a dab after I get everything cleaned up. Lamar Jackson play action, got plenty of time, but having to roll out, nobody open, and huge hole. That's what looks like a gain of 15, but we've got a late flag on the play. Bengals are pointing back towards the Ravens O-line, so I'm guessing this is coming back with a hold on the Ravens. And yep, we've got a holding call on the Ravens. That's going to be against Kevin Zeitler, number 70, right guard of the Baltimore Ravens. Sad to say, bring it on back. Dude, what's even sadder, guys, y'all don't know. This book is like filled with notes from draft, from games last year, to video ideas, and it's covered in Crown right now. So now part of my day is going to be taking everything out of this book that I deemed useful and great stats for my draft coverage and draft specials and rewriting it into other documents now so that I don't lose all my draft notes on players. Lamar Jackson looking right for a little outlet pass, not there. Goes back to what looks like a design screen left for Justice Hill, and that's going to be blown up in the backfield for a loss on the play. Justice Hill looked like he was a little slow to get up, which is a bad sign for Baltimore. Walking off, though, just looks like he might be tired. 2nd and 23 after the holding call and the loss. And with that, though, we're coming to the end of the third quarter. Baltimore leading this game, of course, 20-17 as we get started here in the fourth quarter. Let me update my quarter real quick before I forget and get back to wiping down Crown and Coke off of everything. Ugh. Again, thank you everyone who has been hanging out with me today, listening, chatting, watching, whatever. Of course, I'm Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi. Call me whatever you like. But I appreciate y'all being here and being part of Ravens Nation and everything that we're trying to do here on the channel. Like I said, we're trying to put out more content regularly between school, entrepreneurship, competition, and a few other things. We're definitely behind what we anticipated and wanted. But we're trying to get there. We're trying, guys. It would be awesome if I could hit my 500 subscriber goal and be able to monetize the channel, therefore being able to dedicate more time to the channel. Because it's hard when you got bills to pay, as everybody knows. And I'm sorry we're not jumping in between all the games right now as I Lysol everything. I'm just very thankful that my soundboard appears to still be working after getting Crown on it. My Xbox has not red ring death after getting Crown and Coke on it. And thankfully I was able to grab a towel and get back quick enough before the Crown and Coke got on my PC. So, Jack Attack, I like the Ravens, and I also have... Oh, Jack Attack, I'm sorry, your Bengals thing must be like... You're making fun of the Bengals then? Sorry if I messed that up. Oh, why does it still feel sticky? For anyone that's new and joining the stream, I just spilled Crown and Coke everywhere, so apologize while I finish cleaning this up. Ugh, BRB as I throw everything away. Ugh. I'm sorry for the empty chair stream for a moment. I get everything resettled. You know what's just sadder is the amount of Crown that just got wasted. That's the true crime here, ladies and gentlemen. And even my earbuds were sitting in Crown and Coke at one point, so let's hope these still work. Try to clean them off. Ugh. We almost had a near disaster on stream, guys. Hey, my headphones are still working. The mic input's still working. The Crown and Coke did not destroy my soundboard. You know, I'd have been a lot angrier if I just rebuilt this PC and then spilled Crown and Coke all over it. I ain't gonna lie with you guys. Oh, heart attack avoided. Fantasy football, getting my points back, but still not where I want to be. Damian Pierce has severely let me down. I should have put my boy Gus Edwards in. But everyone knows the fantasy rule, man. You don't put like people from the same team on your team. And if I did that, I would have had Lamar, Zay, and Gus all starting for me in fantasy. Which, I'm a Ravens fan, but when I try to play fantasy, I don't pick my own guys usually. But it just happened to be like that. I wanted a good quarterback. I thought Lamar was going to be fantasy money this year. I'm still betting he's going to be. Man, that is still sticky. Ew. The amount of cleaning I'm going to have to do after this stream, guys, because the amount of Coke and Crown I just spilled. Chimera says, I'm currently getting my ass handed to me in my league. Yeah, I would love to know it for everyone in my chat. Anyone playing fantasy football? How's your team doing? And let me know. I'm gonna come back here in a minute with the fantasy football idea. I would love to get y'all's take on it. I'm gonna slide off stream for just a second. I'm going to refresh my beverage. I am going to take a dab because I have a medical card, and I've had a medical card for like 8 years. And I'll be right back. Game's almost back, so sorry. One moment. All right, sorry to everyone that's been here. Stevo says 30 plus more subs. Nice. I know, honestly, y'all have made this such a great day for me already that I'm just, like I said, I'm ecstatic about today's progress. But all right, 1st and 10 here. Lamar, 14 minutes here. Empty backfield, which is not what I expected for the Ravens. Lamar going deep. Got a man. Oh my God, that was almost a great one-handed catch by Devin Duvernay. Looked Odell Beckhamish, but unable at the very last second to hold on to the ball. Oh my God. Had it and just, oh my God. So close. Jack says, I play real football and I have 2 games today. Ooh, that's rough, Jack. I used to play a little bit of semi-pro football myself. And a fun fact, I grew up with Hunter Renfrow, who now, of course, plays for the Oakland Raiders. And the refs are blowing this play dead. Looks like Baltimore using a timeout here. So both teams using 1 timeout as we're starting the second quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for each. But yeah, Jack Attack, I used to play tight end and linebacker a little bit myself. I'm about 6'3". My playing weight was around 240-ish. Wanted to be 250. So about 6'3", 250. Pretty good size for a linebacker. Chimera says, I'm even losing my other league. WTF, Burrow, why? Because he's playing my Ravens. Now, Chimera, I know I didn't do my fantasy football show, but if I had, we would have discussed how Joe Burrow in his last 3 meetings against the Ravens hasn't thrown for more than like 219 yards. And so statistically, Mike McDonald has always held Joe Burrow pretty well in check. Second and 10, though. Bengals look like they're bringing pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys in the line of scrimmage. Short pass. That's Nelson Aguilar, and that's going to be a gain of 9 on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 1. Good little short concept with the blitz coming from the Bengals. Quick snap here. Gus Edwards makes a move going up the middle, and he's got the first down. Makes a couple good moves. Having the play goes right. He cuts back left and goes over the basically the one on the left side to get a good 2-yard gain on the play. And Baltimore just trying to take time off this clock. Currently, 4 minutes taken off the clock on this drive so far. 13 and 10 seconds left ticking here in the 4th. Lamar Jackson making an adjustment to Rashad Bateman on the right side of the formation. Keep an eye on it. Jackson looking right, has to run the pocket though. Comes out of the pocket, and that's going to be a gain what looks like maybe 4 or 5 on the play. Great job just to take nothing and make it into something. Quick update across the NFL. Kansas City still up 14-6 there in the 4th quarter. Doesn't tell me who has the ball. Trevor Lawrence, though, 17 of 29 for 173 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. And Travis Etienne, 12 rushes for 40 yards. So Kansas City doing a good job of shutting them down. However, Christian Kirk got 8 catches, 84 yards. So Christian Kirk, fantasy football nightmare right now if he's in a lineup. Isaiah Likely on motion. Lamar Jackson looks like a little bit of miscommunication and just quick run up the middle for maybe a yard on the play. And Lamar looking over at the CCU rookie saying, what's going on, man? Quick update. Geno Stone going in the end zone left and got a man. That's going to be, is that Lockett? That is. And Seahawks taking the lead over the Giants, it looks like. I'm sorry, over the Lions. 3rd and 5. Bengal fans are getting loud on this 3rd down. Baltimore in the red zone. Lamar Jackson looking deep right. Got a man. That's Aguilar. Let's go. A fade route. And Nelson Aguilar's first touchdown as part of the Raven Nation. Let's go. That's the same exact route they ran earlier that they missed the touchdown throw on. Got a better look on Wouzier, the cornerback for the Cincinnati Bengals. And Aguilar doing a little dance after the touchdown. Barring the extra point attempt, Baltimore going to take a 27-17 lead over the Cincinnati Bengals here as the 4th quarter gets deeper with 11:38 left. And Justin Automatic Tucker is, of course, good. And like we said, Baltimore now leading 27-17. Looking to take the lead in this AFC North, a very competitive division, early. And establish who the true AFC North champions are. Jack Attack says, nice. I play for the Chargers in my league. Seahawks, woo, no, and yes. Yeah, and then Muhammad says, yeah, Ravens. See if you can hear it. My little Ravens football with the little sound animatronics. The Ravens fight song. And we like to hear lots of. Let's see here. Allen just did the worst throw ever seen. Pick. Oh, I am sorry to Chimera if that's what happened. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Bills fans. Man, I am just, guys, I don't know about y'all. I'm having a lot of fun today. I wish I was more engaging and had better chats for y'all. I'm trying to, like I said, increase the quality of my stream. I'm going to hopefully get some quizzes up here soon. I should, man, and see if I had properly prepared my quiz, I'd have 83 people that can maybe do my quiz today. Oh, Chimera, Bills just got saved. The pick is overturned due to an illegal hands to the face. Thank God. Y'all just got saved just like Lamar got saved in the first quarter with the illegal hands to the face and when Lamar fumbled and lost the fumble. So, congrats to Chimera for that. Jack Attack says, I'm having fun watching you too. I appreciate that, my guy. We're trying here. We're trying. All right, let's get an update on these scores across the NFL. Packers leading 24-12, 12 minutes left in that game. Packers look like they're going to hand Ritter an L. Bills lucky to get that turnover reversed, but Bills are leading 31-10, looking to put the Packers away halfway through that fourth quarter. Close game in Seattle, like we talked about earlier. Seattle taking back that lead 24-21, but plenty of time left in that game with 10 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter. Colts, Texans, I'm not even going to give you an update, guys. Colts are still just whooping up on the Texans. Chiefs, Jaguars still in a incredibly close game, 14-9, but fourth quarter just getting started in that game. Buccaneers looking on to hold on to their lead over the Bears, 20-10. DJ Moore having himself a game, but the Bears just unable to put all the dots together. And finally, the close game continues in Chargers, Titans. Chargers leading that game 21-17 with 6 minutes left in that fourth quarter. And with that, Tucker's going to boot this ball through the back of the end zone. And Joe Burrow's coming back out with 11 minutes and 38 seconds here left in the fourth quarter. I would say it's safe to say if the Bengals offense cannot produce points on this drive, that the Ravens should be in the seat to win this game. And here we go. Actually, something one of our people were talking about earlier was the Ravens pass rush getting there. The average pass drop, or from drop to pass for Joe Burrow on that last drive was 2.1 seconds, which I said it was probably around 2 seconds, or less than 3. So I was absolutely right on that, and it was helping negate the pass rush of Baltimore. But of course, it creates this dink and dunk offense that has to take more time to score, and it's pretty good. Yeah, Joe Burrow today passes under 2.5 seconds, 17-21 for 129 yards and a touchdown. So basically, like I said, you got to get your hands up. And Patrick Queen is kind of down on a knee. I don't know what's going on. Is it back? Is it side? I'm kind of thinking he's cramping. I'm really hoping it's a cramp, but PQ's on a knee, wincing in pain, and talking to the training staff of Baltimore right now. And of course, we're going to be heading to a commercial as we get an injury timeout. I'm going to plug this for the very last time in the stream, guys. If you did not watch, I am a huge draft guy. I love the draft. I love it. I love it. I love it. I left Disneyland in 2008 to go watch our draft of Joe Flacco. We did a pre-draft special covering offense and defensive players, five players at each position, minimum, split into 2 videos, offense and defense. All of these guys were guys that we considered to be second-round picks or later, excluding Jack Campbell, the linebacker of Iowa, taken by the Detroit Lions. We covered him for one of our co-creators, collaborators, Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talk. But we're looking to start doing videos really covering their journey over the NFL. And again, because I've got some Ravens Nation in here, some Ravens flock, let me tell you, my dream job, I think, other than owning businesses, would be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. And so the pre-draft special was my first shot on tape of trying to call some players. And if you actually look at NFL's rookie grade reports, NFL.com did a good article talking about rookies across the NFL and their impact, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of the names I covered in my draft special ended up on there. And a lot of the guys I think are going to become bigger names later in the year. We've got a friendly bet with Payo time because I covered Evan Hull, the running back out of Northwestern University, drafted by the Indianapolis Colts this past draft. And I think Evan Hull is going to take the starting job, which, of course, he went down to an IR knee injury coming back in maybe 4 weeks or so. But I think the young man is going to be a stud. So definitely go back if you haven't. Go watch those videos sometime. I would greatly appreciate it.
Let me know what you think. Leave me some comments. Um, Again, that's where ideally I would love to be somewhere in life, doing draft specials and draft coverage. Your boy wants to be Mel Kiper Jr. But oh, we got some updates coming in from Chimera. Jared Goff, a pick six. Seattle now takes the lead, 31-21. Oh man, I don't know if anyone saw too. The fans were talking a lot of smack before this game after beating Kansas City in the season opener, and apparently the players were encouraging the fans to bring like blue ski masks to the game, and embrace the villain role of the Lions after taking down the favorites. So it kind of would be funny to watch them get beat by the Seahawks now, but we'll have to wait and see about it. See, I need to move that to there is my problem. My right hand moves too much to have my drink over there. 2nd and 5 coming up here for Joe Burrow after the injury timeout. Clowney! Oh, Clowney's got him! Let's go! Clowney applies early pressure, makes Joe Burrow move up in the pocket, but Clowney still fighting, and able to beat the right tackle of the Bengals. That's Jonah Williams, their franchise former left tackle before they brought in Brown Jr. And great, that's why Baltimore signed the free agent Jadeveon Clowney. And almost a strip sack on the play. 3rd and 11 now coming up for the Bengals. Baltimore looks like they may be bringing a double A-gap blitz up the middle. Baltimore brings 3 people up the middle. Oh, that's a tackle though. Shoestring tackle by Kyle Hamilton. That is a first down saving tackle. And 4th and 5, Bengals bringing out the punt team. And that is exactly what Ravens flock wanted to see. That was crazy, guys. So, to explain the defensive alignment while we're waiting for the punt coverage, Baltimore lined up 4 defensive linemen. I saw Clowney lined up, of course, over right tackle, but pretty spaced out. Roquan and PQ stepped up in the A-gap for a double A-gap blitz, essentially. Was expecting one of them to possibly drop out. As they brought the blitz, Geno Stone dropped down from his safety position. Hold on, we got Devin Duvernay on a kick return. Makes a man miss. Makes a second man miss. And finally brought down at what looks like the 31-yard line of Baltimore. Not a lot of yards gained, but some pretty moves by Devin Duvernay. But so as Geno Stone tried to time the snap count of this blitz or of the play, basically you had a double A-gap blitz with a safety blitz coming up over the zero, basically. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but basically just try to use 3 men to push back 2 or 3 guys. I kind of like the design, but it's kind of wasteful, but I kind of like it. And Baltimore, very upset. We got a flag. False start looks like on the play, and Lamar visibly upset, spiking the ball. And that's going to be a false start against Simpson, the left guard of the Ravens, coming over from the Raiders, beating out Lavalu, who was fighting him for first team reps, the rookie out of Oregon, as Raven fans, how can you not be excited? We're developing Daniel Falele, the monster right tackle. Lavalu has already shown that he's a great draft pick. We've got Voorhees developing on IR, who was considered one of the best guards in the draft. Voorhees is grooming to be Zeitler's replacement. And as a Baltimore fan, I couldn't be more ecstatic. I'm not nothing against Zeitler. I love Zeitler. I think we should extend Zeitler a little longer. Justice Hill on the run right looks like a gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. And Baltimore just looking to take time off the clock. 9:25 here in the 4th and ticking. 2nd down coming up for Baltimore. Jack Attack says, I just cut my finger open a little bit. Bro, what'd you do? I know you're excited about some of these plays, but it must be on the Clowney sack. Jack Attack says, I play for the Chargers in my league. In your league? What league you play in, the NFL? We got a screen pass Zay Flowers, and that's covered up well by the Bengals. There's 3 Bengal players in the backfield for that. And that's actually going to be a loss on the play. Back them on up. Ravens coming out on a third and kind of long here. Yeah, third and 15 on the play. So 8:35. Baltimore again just using the full clock on a lot of these plays. Baltimore could really use a first down and extend this play. I just watched two Bengal players in the stands hit each other. One guy smacked the other dude in the stomach. He's like, oh, bent over. Other dude smacked the other dude in the stomach. Oh, draw play by the Ravens. Oh my God, Justice Hill almost gets the first down on a third and 15. Draw play up the middle that goes left, and oh no, we've got some flags coming out. I'm trying to think. It didn't look like a holding. It looked like illegal hit. Is it going to be a holding? Do we have a holding? We've got a flag on the play. Refs are talking it out. They're pointing to the left sideline where there was definitely a receiver down blocking. Let's see. They're explaining it to Zach Taylor now. I think it's a spot foul that's going to back it up from the spot. So instead of being a 4th and 2, it would be a 4th and 7, from my understanding, what I'm hearing. But we're getting the official call. Oh, personal foul, illegal blindside block on number 7, Rashad Bateman. The penalty is declined. I mean, that didn't really look like a blindside block, but I guess so. And Jordan Stout's coming out here, wide receiver coach for the Baltimore Ravens, having a little bit of talk with Rashad Bateman, kind of explaining to him how not to get that blindside call. Unfortunate for Baltimore. Jordan Stout on a 4th and 4 with 8 minutes and 12 seconds here in the fourth quarter, getting ready to punt it away. Looks like the punt's going to come from approximately the 35-yard line, sorry. And time's still ticking off the clock. They're going to use every second here. 7:52 and ticking. Play clock 3, 2, 1. Snaps off. Punts away. That is a huge punt by Jordan Stout. Oh my God. All the way into the end zone. Looks like he was trying to get a good spin on it, but that is a monstrous punt, not even allowing the punt returner to get a hand on it. So the Bengals are going to come out here at the 25 with under 8 minutes here in the fourth quarter, down by 10 points. Bengals can absolutely not afford a 3-and-out or really an elongated drive. They've got to kind of so let's think about this. Let's do the math. The Bengals have 2 timeouts left, meaning they can stop approximately 1 minute to a minute and 30 seconds of time stoppage. Time is at 7:45 currently. Minus 130 is 6 minutes. So you have approximately 6:45 to 6:30 to 6:15, somewhere in that, 6:45, 6:15, to pull a 10-point ratio. Considering a drive is designed to score within a 2-minute window, you would need 4 minutes in best case scenario, to score. Considering one drive would only need to be a field goal, barring defensive stops by the Bengals. The second drive doesn't need 2 minutes. It needs a minute 30, we'd say. So the Bengals need approximately 3.5 minutes to pull a 10-point deficit. And there's 7:45 left. So Baltimore, try to do the math again, sorry. With at least one drive, could still burn at least a minute 15. So Baltimore needs to burn at least 2 minutes per drive while effectively limiting the Bengals offense and forcing them in plus 2-minute drives. And then even in best case scenario for Bengals or worst case scenario for the Ravens, other than, broken coverages, the Ravens should be able to squeak this away with a win. But that's all, of course, if the Bengals can come out. They have to come out right now and start scoring. And again, kind of have to try to do this in about a 2-minute offense. Quick update going to chat. Raiders fumble recovered by the Bills, so it's official. Bills are going to end that game over the Raiders. Joe Burrow getting pressured. Little dump out pass left, and that's behind Joe Mixon. And incomplete brings up a 2nd and down. 7:35 here in the 4th as we're entering crunch time here. And like I said, I believe it's Arthur Brown Stadium is the stadium for the Bengals. If I'm mistaken, I need a Bengal fan to correct me. Oh, I missed a play apparently. So somehow they end up on a 1st and 10. Sorry, my stream froze for a minute. So 6:56 now here. 2nd and 10 upcoming for Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense. Baltimore making a defensive substitution. Travis Jones and Broderick Washington coming off the field. So I'm expecting to see a lot of pass rushers. I expect to see Odafe in the field. I expect to see David Ojabo in the field. Tyus Bowser, PQRQ, probably Matabike. Baltimore looks like they're bringing pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men, 7 men up at the line of scrimmage potentially. One's backing off for short. Oh, Darius Washington almost gets there and forces a bad throw by Joe Burrow way out of bounds. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Baltimore making a good stand here right now. 6:52 on the clock. And man, a great job. Darius Washington coming around on the defensive blitz from the opposite side of where they showed the pressure. Burrow mad when he's getting up, looking at his offensive line saying, what the heck, guys? Joe Burrow visibly upset after the hit on the play. Not a dirty hit, just upset he didn't get his protection. Baltimore looking like they're bringing pressure again. 2 people lined up in the A-gap. Fakes all the blitzes. Oh, and a pass to Higgins. Roquan unable to get back to his coverage position after faking the A-gap blitz. Baltimore faked that triple A-gap blitz again, and they got beat on the short throw. Just little curls, essentially, and Roquan unable to get there. That's a 1st down for the Bengals. 6:30 and ticking. Short pass. Oh! I look tipped at the line of scrimmage and almost intercepted by Darby, the free agent acquisition, after Jalen Armour Davis was injured in the offseason. And like they said, if Darius Washington would have got his head turned around quicker, that could have been a pick 6. Or, I'm sorry, Darby. Almost a pick 6 for the Baltimore Ravens defense. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Bengals. Baltimore looks like they're bringing pressure left. They don't. Screen pass and, missed tackle by a Ravens defender. What goes from should have been a gain of 0 to a gain of looks like a 6 on the play, bringing up a 3rd and short here for the Bengals. 6 minutes ticking, so Baltimore doing a good job of trying to keep them, like I said, on pace of taking more than 2 minutes per drive, but it would have been really great if we could have stopped them on that 3rd and 10. Yep, 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Bengals offense. Bengals 8 of 12 for 3rd down conversions today, looking to make that 9 of 12. Joe Burrow dropping back, got pressure. That's a lofty ball, and oh my gosh, Geno Stone almost able to come get it. Nobody Bengal-wise around the ball. And Clowney with a great pass rush move. Tavius and Robinson gets a hit on Burrow. There are 3 Ravens players in the backfield putting pressure on Joe Burrow on that throw. And 4th and 4, and the Bengals offense is staying out there. They know, just like we were talking about, when Ravens were forcing them longer than 2 minutes, they have to come away with the points on this drive, or the game is over, essentially. Big 4th down here for the Bengals. Split back formation. Moving a wide receiver out of motion into the trips right on the right. Joe Burrow looking there, throwing short, and he's got Tyler Boyd. Baltimore did a bad job of covering the trips formation right. And Tyler Boyd able to pick up the first down. And Joe Burrow is changing the pace of the offense now, going no huddle, calling the plays at the line of scrimmage. 5:18 on the clock and ticking. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, looking right, throwing over the middle, got a man. And that's going to be T. Higgins over the middle for a pretty large gain of about maybe 15 yards or so. Yeah, let's see, it's 5, 10, yep, so probably about 15 plus. Actually, that's closer to 20-yard gain, it looks like. And Higgins starting to have a big game here. Refs are having to slow down the pace of the game, though. Bengals make a defense or a substitution. Ravens have to be allowed. PQ looks like he's blitzing. Got a draw play up the middle, though. And oh my God, Joe Mixon is carrying the pile of Ravens defenders. What should have been a small gain ends up a gain of 9 on the play. Travis Jones makes contact maybe 1 or 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, but Joe Mixon and the center for the Bengals carry 3 Ravens defenders 8 yards down the field. Like I said, 9-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 1 on the play. Ducky Goes Vroom in chat says, I need a touchdown from Zay Flowers. I do too, man. I've got him on my fantasy league as well as Lamar Jackson, so I'm with you. Pressure by Clowney, throwing it left, and oh! Good pressure by the Ravens edge rushers. Brandon Stevens on coverage on Irvin Smith, the tight end for the Bengals, on the left back pylon. Incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 1 with 4:02. Clock stopped here in Cincinnati, and this is definitely 4-down territory for the Cincinnati Bengals. Not even worried about it. You know they're going QB sneak if they don't get it here. But the Bengals definitely going to take a shot to the end zone. Ravens defensive backs need to be aware of this. I would be playing basically 5 yards, 6 yards deep. Motion by Higgins. Patrick Queen going with him. That's not a good look, but a run going up the middle, and they're going to take the easy first down. And that's going to be a 1st and goal at Baltimore's 4-yard line. But the clock's going to keep ticking after that run play. 3 minutes, 50 seconds, trying to go to a no huddle, but the time is rolling. Watch the lineup on the left slot. Joe Burrow got a little bit of time. Tavius Robinson in pursuit. Joe Burrow just going to throw this ball out of the back of the end zone, throwing it away to stop the clock. 3:35 on the clock and a 2nd and goal. Joe Burrow and the Bengals have to score here to stay in this game. Ideally, they need a touchdown if they would like to stay in this game. Of course, they can take the field goal. Zach Taylor pleading for the refs for a late hit by Patrick Queen on Joe Burrow, but no flag on the play. And here we go, 2nd and goal. Looks like the same formation as last play, potentially. Keep an eye on the slot on left side, top of your screen. Joe Burrow looking right for a back shoulder, and looks like maybe a little bit of communication with Jamar Chase. Jamar kind of just went straight vertical on the route and then broke and looked like he was looking for a quicker break by Jamar Chase. Burrow throws that ball to the inside pylon on the right side, and nobody there on the play. 3:32, 3rd and goal on the ball on the 4-yard line for the Cincinnati Bengals. Empty backfield for the Bengals. Trips left. Keep an eye on it. Baltimore looks like they may be bringing pressure up. Baltimore brings pressure. Joe Burrow having to run, and oh my God! Darby looking for a flag from the refs, probably for offensive pass interference. Doesn't get it. T. Higgins makes a great sideline catch on the play, and that's a 4-yard touchdown. T. Higgins now 8 catches, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A fantasy monster. David Ojabo giving catch to Burrow. And man, I couldn't see the full play, but that looked like an absolute push-off by T. Higgins. I want to see it again, though. But Joe Burrow, something to keep an eye on, guys. Joe Burrow just came off the field limping after that play. He might have just restrained that calf injury, would be my guess. And with that, guys, let me update the score. Cincinnati 24, Baltimore 27. With 3 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, I'm interested to see how Cincinnati's going to do. And Yeah, Joe Burrow looks like he's coming up limping. It looks like the right leg potentially. I'm going to guess maybe a cramp. Yep, and he's working his right calf right now. So the right calf obviously bothering Joe Burrow now, and that might be something to keep an eye on if we head into overtime potentially. Official update: Bills in the victory formation, 38-10. Buffalo now 1-1 on the season. And Terry, aka Minx, says, "Let's go defense. It's time for Baltimore's defense." I mean, I should say the offense. I'm sorry, but the defense. The defense didn't do a bad job. They forced, instead of a 2-minute drill, a 4-minute drill. So not terrible, but Baltimore's offense has to come out here now and put this game away. Cincinnati has 2 timeouts. So man, the Bengals players are kind of pointing at a certain line of scrimmage. We might see a weird onside kick or squib. Nope. Just going to punt this ball, or boot this ball, to the back of the end zone. Baltimore and Lamar Jackson are going to get this ball at the 25-yard line to try to put this game away. Gus the Bus Edwards, I'm looking at you, bro. I just watched you walk in, check in. I'm looking at you. I want to see the truck stick. I want to see people run over. Bengal fans are getting loud, trying to disrupt the Baltimore offense. Patrick Ricard lined up in the fullback position. And we're expecting some runs. Gus Edwards up the middle into a pile, and that's going to be nothing. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. And Zach Taylor actually not using his timeouts yet, so Zach Taylor is betting that his team is going to make this 3-and-out right now. Big bet by the young head coach of the Bengals. We'll have to see how it plays out. Of course, Lamar Jackson today, 24 of 33 yards, 237 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Having a great outing today against this Cincinnati Bengals offense, who is playing with the majority of all of their starters. So that is a great thing to see early. 2nd and 8. Duvernay in motion. Going to be a jet sweep. Oh, my God. That's a huge hole. Duvernay. Oh, my God. Duvernay has a huge hole, but lets up on the play. Slows down a little bit instead of just pushing it. And what could have been maybe a 9-yard gain ends up maybe as a 5-yard gain. Brings up a 3rd and 3 here for Baltimore. 2:33, and with that, Zach Taylor is going to take his second timeout here of the second half, leaving the Cincinnati Bengals with 1 timeout with 2:35 officially on the game clock. Checking my chat here real quick. Oh, let me rub my imaginary prayer beads. Come on. Come on, man. Zach Taylor. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not Zach Taylor. That's the defensive coordinator for the Bengals yelling, trying to make an adjustment. Trying to tell his defense something. Lamar Jackson just ran to the sideline to make sure he could hear the play call. The Bengals stadium is that loud right now. He's getting into the huddle with only 22 seconds. Broke the huddle with 18 seconds. Baltimore set at 10. Shotgun set. Lamar looking to pass. Having to scramble. He's got space. He's going to get the first down and some. Takes an unnecessary hit, but he's got the first down. And oh no. He's kind of like moving his right hand weirdly. Like looks like it's kind of hurt, but he's kind of just, I don't know, man. I hope his right hand's okay. But great coverage by the Bengals. Lamar just having to scramble in them. I'd like to bring up a comment by one of my viewers earlier. Oak Squirrel said Lamar Jackson can't scramble. Stares into the camera intensely. I'm just messing with you, Oak Squirrel. But first down here, and of course Cincinnati going to take their final timeout here of the half. 2:25 on the clock, so let's do the math here again, guys. Baltimore are going to run this play. Let's say the run play takes 5 minutes. That leaves us 2:20 on the clock. That runs down to the 2-minute warning. Baltimore then can take another minute 45 off the clock. So Jackson gonna keep it, and get down. Baltimore, Jackson makes like 4 or 5 people miss off the left side, but ends up getting nothing on the play, just trying to take time off the clock. And with that, we're ticking down to the 2-minute warning, guys. So after this 2-minute warning timeout, we're coming back here in Cincinnati. Baltimore looking to put this game away, 27-24, 2 minutes on a 2nd and 9 when we come back. Oh, we got to update real quick, guys. Lion game. Lions Seahawks going into overtime, tied at 31. I might have to jump to that game after this game gets officially settled, to be honest with you. Terry, a.k.a. Minx, giving me some emotes in the chat. Scrambled eggs and laughing. Because we making Oak Squirrel eats them words, son. I'm just messing with you, Oak. I love you, man. But I'm gonna be honest, guys. I am in complete awe and shock. We're getting ready here to end, or heading towards the end of this game. I'm sitting at, supposedly according to my my Streamlabs bot, 94 viewers for today, which I'm gonna tell you right now, ending a stream with 94 viewers is probably gonna be the best I've ever had for a stream. I shouldn't say ending because I'm not done yet, but I just want to give a big shout out to anyone and everyone who's listening, watching, hanging out with us today. Maybe you're going to be the part of something where we really get started here. We're looking to rebuild the PC hopefully in the next 2 weeks, which should help us put out better products and with everything. And of course, the more y'all come back to hang with me, the more you come back to watch my content and subscribe, the more likely I'm able to make money off this, which of course means I would be able to put more time into this. I know, of course, our future goal is to hit 500 subscribers, so we can start hitting some monetization potential. But also, I'm a Ravens fan. Anyone that's a Ravens fan and watches YouTube knows we got SIP2 tally films. I'm going to give out some shout outs to people that I don't even collaborate with. But if you're a Baltimore person, you know these names. SIP2 Tally, a.k.a. Coach, Baltimore Ravens content creator. And then, of course, everyone knows Ingram Raven videos. Ingram, I would love to collab with one day, but, of course, he's the big-time Baltimore guy. He's the standard if you want to be a big-time Baltimore Ravens content creator. And, he's someone, we looked for inspiration to. So, but all right, we're back to the game here. Lamar Jackson coming out. Shotgun formation. Duvernay in motion. Going to be a jet sweep. Got some room, and that's going to be a good run of a gain of 8 on the play. Bringing up a 3rd and 1 now for Baltimore. The Bengal players trying to strip the ball heavily. And barring this first down, if Baltimore secures a first down here, the game is officially over, ladies and gentlemen. Julian Spate just found your channel, subscribing now. Can't wait to watch future. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. I'm telling you, it means a lot to me. There's been so many times, guys, where I almost cut my channel and just gave up on everything. So again, y'all push me every day to continue. Gus Edwards up the middle, and that's a first down. And with that, guys, I can officially say Baltimore will be coming out for victory formation. Baltimore wins 27-24 in Cincinnati, moving on to start 2-0 in the season and take an early lead here in the AFC North. We're ecstatic, guys. I'm over the moon right now. But one of my moderators and forever people in here, Chimera, who's going to be starting his YouTube stream for Bills and comic content. Original, custom-made, original created comic content. One of my moderators keeping me informed on these games as well. So we greatly appreciate Chimera for really helping us out. He helped me last week a lot with people coming and trying to spam in my streams. But we're going to go check out this overtime game real quick. Let me get this game up. Give me just a moment here as I work through my little check things to get the game up. All right, we've got it up. GG, Bengals. GG. Well played. Well played. But, you know, meet me outside the bank. Catch me in B-more. You know what I'm saying? Ravens, Flock Nation getting the win today. And, well, I mean, just, and GG Buffalo. Yeah, Oak Squirrel said GG Buffalo. GG Buffalo. Great win over there. We're happy for our Bills brothers until they play us, of course. But, you know, and thank you, everyone, a.k.a. Terry, a.k.a. Minx, Katharina, Julian, Jack, Oak, Chimera, all the people that came in today for supporting us. Titans win in overtime, 27-24. That was over the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got a slew of really good games right now in the 1 o'clock slot. And I don't think I'm going to be streaming the games later this afternoon and this evening, guys, just because, you know, my girlfriend probably wants some attention and love today, and I should probably go give it to her so I don't suffer. I'm totally kidding, but let's see here, though. We're going to go jump into the Seahawks-Detroit Lions overtime game. Halfway through overtime, 7:30, 2nd and 7. Geno dropping back. Got him, man. That's going to be his tight end, I believe. Number 84, Parkinson. And as they're saying, that's the second time the Bengals have run that play. Let's run across the NFL real quick. 1:47 left in a tight game. Packers leading 24-22. What could be a last-minute game. Of course, we're overtime. Seahawks Lions 31-31. Real quick, hold up. We got a quarter-design or a halfback run going up the middle. That's going to be Kenneth Walker for a gain of what looks like a 4 on the play. And Seahawks are in field goal range, so this game should be over, but Colts taking the win over the Texans 31-20. Texans going to 0-2 on the season. Definitely disappointing me. 1 minute, 50-second left down in Jacksonville. Chiefs leading 17-9. Looks like that game might be over. And as Chimera said, Titans winning that game 27-24 in overtime. Titans able to squeak a one out where we definitely thought the Chargers might win. And that's going to be a throw of DK Metcalf going left. And that's going to be gain of 8. And Seahawks almost in the end zone. About 9 yards away, it looks like now. And what could end this game. That's actually, I'm sorry, going to bring a 3rd and 2 here for the Seahawks. Mr. Noble dropping in and say, yeah, baby, we got the W. Ravens flock. You know what's up, Noble? And we look good today, honestly. When we get Marlon Humphrey back, when Ronnie Stanley come back healthy, when Tyler Linderbaum come back healthy, when Marcus Williams come back healthy, Ravens is going to cook. Geno Smith having to roll right. Got a man. He hits the pylon. Ref says touchdown. And with that, Tyler Lockett for a touchdown on the right side. And barring the review, the Seahawks are going to come away with the win in overtime. 37-31. And we're waiting for the ref confirmation. I know my boy Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talks is going nuts right now. And it's official. The ref said the touchdown is good. The game is over. Tyler Lockett with a last-minute second overtime touchdown. Reaching as he gets pushed for the pylon, makes it. And as we know in the rule book, guys, the pylon, if you hit it, is considered in. And what a game by the Seattle Seahawks. That, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were down at one point. So that's a come-behind victory for the Seahawks. Definitely showing week 1 was a fluke. Great game. I mean, we're going to give one last check on fantasy football here. Let me know, guys, what game are y'all looking forward to the most in the 4 o'clock slot? We've got Jets, Cowboys, Commanders, Broncos. Do we have some of these 4 o'clock games starting? Yeah, we got Giants, Cardinals starting, and 49ers, Rams starting. So what game are you looking at? I know I'm staring at Jets, Cowboys. See if I'm looking to see if the Cowboys are still the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Um, but with that, guys, let me give my last roundup of everything. And by the way, Hutchinson on pressure on that play on Geno Stone, the last play, great. The young man's huge. But so with that, let's go in my fantasy football and wrap things up here. So for anyone and everyone that dropped in and gave love today, joined us, listened, chatted, viewed, whatever, I appreciate you, and I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me. Of course, we'll be back every Ravens game. We'll hopefully be putting out some content Thursday this week on fantasy football predictions and game day predictions, as well as we're hoping to get some of our more comedic content out here soon. So definitely check back to the channel. Big love to Chimera, Penguin Goats. Of course, got to shout out Tom Grossi, Pat Cass, and the Grossi Posse. Tara, a.k.a. Minx, Jack Attack, Oak Squirrel, Katharina Zerhade, Ducky Goes Vroom, Steve-O, Tough Tyler, and anyone and everyone, I'm sorry if I missed any other names, that came out and joined us today. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Make sure you hit subscribe. Come back and check out. Actually, hold on. Actually, we're just going in now. Packers, Falcons. 54 seconds left. Packers 24, Falcons 25. And Jordan Love looking to make that win. Oh, my God. Now I don't want to leave the stream, guys. I'm so sorry. I might stick around for a second just so I can see if the Packers win. So I can feel good for Grossi if they win. So actually, stick around for just a second if you want to hear the very ending of the Packers-Falcons game. Sorry, I made it just sound like I was about to get off. NFL just cut to a commercial, so we'll be back on that game in just a second. Let's see here, I'm going to actually go to the official stream of the game. You know, I had a feeling, hey, Nut Nasty 99, go Ravens. Indeed, Raven flock. Looking good. And like I kept saying, man, we're going to look better when all these players come back from injury. But real quick, we're jumping in here. Packers-Falcons. Packers losing by 1 point right now with 48 seconds left. Ball on the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. So need to make a big drive here. And, Jordan Love had a man deep left and just overthrows him. Looks like pressure by Jarrett, defensive tackle of the Falcons. And Jordan Love obviously disappointed on that third down throw. Brings up a 4th and 10. And man, let's watch the play again. Yep, he gets pressured late by Jarrett coming on a stunt and just overthrows Dobbs on number 87 of Packers on the left side. And ladies and gentlemen, this is game basically. 4th and 10, 42 seconds left. Packers have to at least convert the first down. Falcons look like they might bring pressure. They do. 5 men coming. Jordan Love got a man over the middle, and that's a huge catch. That was number 83. Laura Love telling the Packers to spike it, but it looks like the Falcons are going to use their fast last and... Oh, no, we got a flag. What's the flag? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's an illegal shift on the Packers, backing them up and forcing the incomplete. So now that's going to bring up a 4th and 15 here for the Packers. I think, though, the head coach of the Falcons is screaming it was an incomplete pass, so they should be able to decline it and get a 4th down. Or a turnover, but doesn't look like the refs are going to entertain it. Oh, are they? The play clock stopped. The Falcons coach getting an explanation from the refs. I think he wants them to basically challenge it officially and rule it incomplete. Oh, that's an incomplete pass, technically. That ball definitely hit the turf and then pushed up into his body where he regained possession. And that's what the coach of the Falcons right now is telling the ref. If we get an official challenge from the booth, this is game over, guys. And they are reviewing it. So if this is incomplete, like I said, this is game over. Falcons win. But we're still waiting for the official confirmation. And it looks like it's official. The Falcons are starting to celebrate. Helmets are coming off. That's going to be an incomplete pass. And with that, heartbreaker for the Packers. Going to lose 24-25 to the Falcons. I mean, it's not official yet, but like I said, Falcon players are celebrating a little bit. So I think they heard. The refs are just getting their last minute official talk. And there it is. Officially an incomplete pass. The Atlanta Falcons will then, of course, decline the penalty, resulting in a turnover of downs with 34 seconds left on the clock. Which, of course, Falcons are coming out in victory formation, and we have a final. 25-24 Falcons. We're going to officially say real quick, sorry to Grossi. I'm sure, dude, he is upset and sad right now. And, to someone who's rated me a few times, been an inspiration to me on the channel, and, I'd love to meet one day. It's a little sad for him. We're always rooting for him a little bit there on the NFC side. But all right, with that, guys, we are officially done with the stream today. I'm going to go spend some time with my girlfriend. Let me know in the comments later who do you think is the MVP candidate? Did your team win? How are you doing on fantasy? Man, just talk to me. I want to talk. And again, a big thank to everyone who joined us for the stream today. It is definitely, I think, been the most successful stream I've had since starting. And like I said, it gives me that hope that like I should keep putting the effort into this. And y'all are a part of that. So thank you again. I wish everyone else the best in their games today, their fantasy football games. And if before I see you in the next week, anything and everything in life. Bless you and bless all your family and friends. With that, this has been Darwin's Raven, a.k.a. D-Rave, a.k.a. Levi, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me. And we're signing off for the day. Much love, and again,